So, you want to hear a story? Well, have I got one for you?
A lot of people around here with guns, so kind of helps to have an itchy trigger finger.
Do you know that it takes approximately 7 pounds of pressure to rip one of these bad boys off?
As soon as he clocks that, he just darts for the shadows.
There's a, deep, cynical character flaw. I pretty much assume everybody's hiding something all the time.
My boss was like, "Oh, you gotta fight this guy, or you're gonna get another bullet in the head." And I was like, "Okay."
Starting off with a bang, this is Borderlands.
When last we left off, our crew of Mercs and Miscreants had set their sights on the Eridium Blight, following a clue to the suspected last known location of Tracer Vlad. Travels were hard, and we soon found our crew unleashing a robot army against a bandit settlement in an effort to secure a vehicle. And soon our crew was speeding off in a hijacked technical towards the Eridium Blight. And it is here, following a fully loaded technical speeding down the cracked and forgotten roads towards the Eridium Blight, that we resume our tale of vaults and villains.
So it has now been roughly 11 or 12 hours since you've touched down on Pandora, and the sun is now just moving towards the horizon, as the sky turns into that it's that you got the smoke coming off Mount Hell's front, the active volcano within the Eridium Blight, and it's obscuring the sunset, causing those deep reds and shadows. But yeah, the terrain slowly starts to change from that grassy, rocky texture to a more ashen, gray, and purple coloration as you begin to broach the entrance here to the Eridium Blight. The terrain, you start seeing the jutting rocks are turning into that just kind of deep gray coloration with little purple veins that kind of streak across them, and you guys fully enter into the Eridium Blight. Let's just first roll the night. Let's have everyone make perception checks as you look around as you start to enter into the Eridium Blight. See what you guys can spy.
I got a 2.
All right, 2 from Kimmy. What was that from Tegan?
I got nat 1.
All right, awesome.
I got a 21.
Ooh, very nice.
17.
What'd you say?
Also a 9.
9. Oh, I know.
Perception is the only thing I ever roll well on.
Awesome. So, Kimi and Tegan, you guys are just staring deep at the peak of Mount Hell's front, with just smoke, black smoke, just kind of just boiling out of it. And you can even make out from this distance the little bits of bright red and stuff from the lava that kind of seeps constantly down the edges and through the cracks. Hobbs and Fidget, I feel like you guys are just more focused on kind of where you're going as the terrain, like taking in the terrain as it starts to slowly change overall. But Duck, you do spy as you're probably one more to look out for threats than most of the people in here. Everyone's on edge, but I feel like Duck has a little extra edge.
Probably.
Yeah. You spy like way off in the distance from the road. Like you spot like a few what look like dens for various creatures. And in the sky, again, off in the distance, not enough to be a problem, but you notice more of those racks flying in the sky.
Hmm.
And according to this map that we have up here, it does kind of, you can start to see why there are so many markings for Bullymong and for racks in this area.
I just noticed a weird cult. I'm gonna say to Hobbs, we should probably stay away from those dens over there, and we got a couple racks up above.
I love it. Any insight you can give me into things that want to kill me around here, I am appreciative of. I'll also just be honest in that I'm mostly just driving. I'm not exactly sure of where I'm taking us.
No, that's fair. I don't know where we're going either.
All right, in that effort, as you guys have been driving for, as mentioned, several hours at this point, we're going to go ahead and take a quick breather so you guys can kind of collect yourself and figure out what the next plan is as we zoom into this little station just on the exit of the Sawtooth Cauldron. So you guys like pull up and slow the car down to stop, and you see up here there is like a very old bounty board. There's a catch a ride station, and there's a couple vending machines that offer such things like health now vials, maybe some basic shields that are probably a little too overpriced, but probably still there, as well as like an ammo vending machine
Neat.
to restock up on any ammo you may need or want to. But it also just, it's kind of like a pit stop. It just gives you guys like a chance to take things in here. And as you see out in front of you, it's just like a massive, like rocky terrain. The ground is completely barren, this like not suitable for really much life to grow here. Every now and then, you know, in different directions, you do see a bit of those, as was explained to Hobbs by Whammy, fire melons. In which they are like these hard-shelled flower type deals that have like juice in them, but this juice is extremely pyrophoric, so as soon as it touches air, it boom. Good to keep an eye out for fire melons. But yeah, just, and wherever there's water present, the water is just like, you can almost see the slag vapors coming off of it, like nasty. And yet somehow some animals still persist here, though it's quite unclear how these supposed Bullymong dens survive, as well as the rack population.
Might I inquire if there's anything new, current, interesting, or relevant on that bounty board that we're next to?
Yeah. I am light on cash. So if there's some target of opportunity, I'd love to get in on that.
Yes, you go, what's that?
Oh, I would just like to see what they have for shields.
Awesome. So you go up to the bounty board to check to see if there's anything new. There are a couple. One, the Torg death race is up there as well, being as it takes place on Pandora, and it's set to take place in about a week. Starting at the old Dalwell Oasis in the dust on Pandora.
We should do that.
There's also for local jobs. There's like a courier type job. Somebody needs like a package delivered that and is offering minor rewards, like a couple hundred a piece for that. There's a hunt mission. Like somebody is actually here in the Eridium Blight. Actually, there is a job posting. It seems a little obscure. The payment for such a job is not exactly clear on it, but there is a a posted seeking the spawn of Rakinishu. Supposedly some rumor of a terrible rak-like monster within the Eridium Blight. The wanted is not the wanted, but the posting is just signed LXH.
Huh.
LXH.
Yeah. Seems like it's written as though it's more of a challenge than a job.
This one intrigues me. Also, I can't tell if that's a Diablo inside joke or if I'm just finding one.
Because that's the first thing I thought of too. The Rakinishu.
So
I've heard it so many times.
so that is very much true. I can't take credit for it because it's also an Easter egg from Borderlands 2. There was a giant rat creature named Rakinishu that you had to actually I think that was way back in Borderlands 1. I think Rakinishu was the one you had to hunt down in Borderlands 1. So yeah. There's also been others like Rakanoth, Mothrak.
Mothrak is the one I'm familiar with. Yeah. That's such a hard fucking fight too.
Yeah. Like legendary beasts of lore. But yeah, in game, if anyone wants to roll a lore check, your character can know that too. But I couldn't help but nerd out over a little bit above the board.
Good at that. My character, this is one of the handful of things my character is good at, but it just doesn't come up super often.
I got a 6.
19.
Nice. Yes, a 19 will earn you the knowledge of. If this is called Spawn of Rakinishu, you at least have a working knowledge of the original Rakinishu.
Rakinishu?
A legendary monster that, was said to, its wingspan was like nigh on 50 feet. It breathed fire as it drifted across the sky. Like, crazy. So yes, so you all know terrible fire-breathing flying monster.
So if we can figure out a way to resist fire damage, we might be all set, but, without our shields, we're all vulnerable to fire.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think we're all.
Yeah. We're all fleshy people. As far as you guys know, we're all fleshy people.
Fair.
I've never been fully engulfed in flames, so I don't know if I'm flammable. I assume, though, I am. It will burn.
Yeah.
As
Don't
someone
wanna-
who's been on fire a few times, it's not very fun.
Yeah.
And Tegan, as far as shields go, this particular vending machine is very old and has not been serviced or maintained in a hot minute. You do see it does offer helmets, which helmets offer various protections, mainly against critical damage. So when you would suffer a critical hit, otherwise known as getting shot in the head, you can subtract a certain amount of damage from the total. Usually it's like 5 to 10 points, but that may be enough to keep you alive. And then they're also capable of being upgraded in various ways. But as far what?
Sorry, I was just gonna say, are helmets a separate proficiency, or if you're like proficient in, like, say, light and medium armor?
No, I believe as long as you're proficient in any type of armor, you can use a helmet.
Okay.
But as far as actual shields go, they basically have common tier shields of every variety, light, heavy, and medium. But they are just like basic units.
I think Kimmy's gonna be like a few feet away from the technical doing like a video on long travel stretches that you should do to keep your back healthy.
Just in the background, just like this way. Like,
Yeah, exactly. So you're gonna want to make sure that you're nice and limber because, riding in a car can get you really stiff and stuff. So
awesome. So Tegan, was there anything you wanted to pick up out of a vending machine? They also, along with helmets and some basic shields, they also have red and orange health now vials.
Yeah, because like I actually get bonuses for like not wearing armor.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to know, can I punch the vending machine just to see if something falls out?
Okay.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Yeah. I almost want to call that a strength-based tech check. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Just make an attack roll.
Do you know where to punch that machine? Punch it where it hurts for machines.
I mean, usually when it comes to machines, when it comes to machines, you always punch the blinking light.
Or actually, you know what? Let's have a little fun. Before you roll that, roll a tech check. If you can beat if you can beat a 13 on a tech check, I'll give you advantage on the punch.
Let's see, tech check.
Tech is intelligence, and if you're not proficient with it, then it's just.
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
I'm not smart. I'll admit, I'm not the brightest bulb in the pack. Okay?
All right, go ahead and just give it a good kick.
Yeah, that's like a 6.
6. You punch it and dent it in, and like the lights stop flashing on it.
So I have a quick question about one of my techs.
Yep.
So the Fungus Among Us grenade, something I just apparently never paid attention to about that. Under its components, it has fungus, $10 listed.
Oh yes.
So what I've been doing is when I use it, I've just been subtracting a grenade off my inventory. I wasn't even paying attention to the fungus component. Is that an additional component it needs, or like would I need a grenade and a piece of fungus?
That is you need to procure a just like a sample of caustic like a caustic fungus.
And I just need the one, or does it get consumed?
Those do get consumed, so you would
okay.
You could basically assume like whenever you hit like a trading post, like you're going to pick up like components, you can just subtract $20 whatever. Even if I could get one out of this vending machine, I have $8 to my name right now, so I wouldn't be able to get one. I've just been deducting grenades when I use it, so okay. I just completely missed that somehow. I saw fungus as a component, but the dollar value didn't register to me for some reason, and I've just been neglecting that, and I forgot, which is why I haven't been using it. I keep meaning to ask about it every session and keep forgetting. Fair.
But yeah, 99% of my tech is not attack. I think that's the one attack tech I took. So, and I'm like, oh shit! I keep, except for Ice Spiker. I have Ice Spiker and the Fungus Among Us grenade. So I gotta get me some funguses when I have some money.
All right.
Which is why I'm keen on completing one of the bounty board missions so I can get some fungus.
The most lucrative on the board. Aside from the mysterious one, which is unknown reward for that, but the death race pays $5,000 to the winner. So that's the most lucrative. And like I said, there are a couple other side jobs that you can also look to pick up that are local requests for aid in various manners.
Excuse me. What is a grenade worth in money, actually?
Typical or standard proton grenades usually run about 45.
Okay. I was gonna say, could I retroactively take away one of the grenades I bought earlier and get some fungus instead?
Yeah, I'm totally cool with that. We can assume that you readied yourself well before embarking on this mission, because you had a couple extra days of downtime after you met with the Black Wings, where you were waiting for the ship. So I assume you guys can say that you have stocked yourselves well enough.
All right, so.
But yeah. And also while you're looking at the bounty board, Everyone else, Tegan has just like punched a vending machine out of order, and Kimmy's in the corner like stretching. Everyone's just kind of doing their own thing. But you start to hear this like static break in the radio on the technical. And you kind of make your way over to it, and like slowly, it starts just like breaks in the static, and then you start to hear a voice come over, and eventually a message begins to play. It's just like, "Hello, if you can hear this recording, I've been abducted by a cult calling themselves the Children of the Firehawk. They are a crazed, primitive, superstitious gang of lunatics, and I fear what they may do to me. If you can, please help. I will repay you however I can." And after a moment, it starts to just cycle back on a loop.
Is there any way to determine how old the message is at this point? Like, does it have like how many loops have already broadcast at the end of the message or something?
It
Like in Lost.
Exactly. Go ahead and you can make a tech check, or you can alert whoever if you want someone else to check it. But I think a tech check would be able to give you.
Yeah, no, this is totally a moment where Hobbs would be like, "Hey, can somebody who knows how to work this radio better than me figure out like tune this frequency? Can we get it a homing direction here, or I don't know what to do with it."
There you go.
Definitely not me.
This
Oh,
guy
me, yeah.
got abducted by a weird cult. I'm just it really feels like I'm going out on a limb here, but I'm gonna guess it has something to do with the weird cult outlined on the map.
I heard tech.
There's
Sorry, I was
multiple cults in the area.
adjusting. I was adjusting something on my character sheet. What was the? I heard the word tech come up. That would be me.
If you're looking to like either determine how old
this fidget want to
Sorry, go ahead.
just caught this radio broadcast, and I'm trying to figure out how old it is, if this guy is still needs help, or he's been dead for 3 or 4 years.
Is that something I can do?
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and make a tech check.
Nice. Oops. Forgot. I have this so that I wouldn't drop my dice, and then I roll it on my clipboard instead of in the box like a dummy. 13.
13. Yeah, pulling up your echo device, like your specially made custom one, and cycling through some of the channels, you find the same broadcasting channel on it. And while you don't get any information about exactly how old it is, you do detect that it's giving off a location beacon.
Sweet. That was gonna be my next question.
Yeah. It appears to be very localized, like this is not getting off-world by any stretch. It's like you came into the Eridium Blight, and that was the only chance you had of hearing it.
Is it coming from that place on the map that's marked weird cult?
Yeah, after like a good 10 minutes of like dialing in and finding, you find that it's the signal is beeping from that ridge right just to the northeast of the weird cult.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not that far away if we wanted to check it out.
That was really good.
And I point on the map. I just key in a thing so it'll show up on your echo devices on your maps with a little ping where the signal's coming from.
And I can go ahead and actually mark that on the map here with a little drawing thing.
Sorry, I keep going back to the taming a creature page.
Yeah, it's totally doable. Yink.
At some point, I'm really hoping to be able to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think you're alone in it. Ari has expressed wanting some kind of mutated
Miniature movement.
There's a lot of weird / cute critters in the Borderlands universe.
So that tiny little red dot is where the beacon is coming from.
I mean, if we go that direction anyway, I wouldn't have suggested it because I would have said we should avoid the weird cult. But it does take us around the Bullymong and Rack territory according to the map, so it might actually be a good direction to go in. Plus, they might pay us.
Yeah, let's kill some cultists.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Me-
if we're gonna come to this irradiated wasteland, we may as well be as productive as possible with our time.
Hell yeah.
I'm down as soon as I finish my stretches.
I get the feeling that if they see us first, they're gonna attack us anyway. So I mean, we might as well get the jump on them.
Yeah, let's rescue this damsel or dams. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what the male equivalent of that is.
Yeah.
The voice does appear to be more female.
Wait,
Huh.
damsels are supposed to be female? I just thought it was someone in distress. I've never heard the expression put in context. So I just assumed when someone was captured by someone, they were a damsel regardless.
I always thought damsel was like cerveza.
Yeah. Oh, that was me speaking in character as
Yeah.
Fidget, by the way.
No, I was just looking at a.
Confusion, yeah.
Fantastic. So you guys start trekking your way down to where the signal had come from. Piling back into the technical, you begin to tear down the road. So it's your call whether or not you want to cross the bridge and follow like these like along this ridge here south, which you may have to abandon the technical at some point just to get over some of these ridges, or it looks like you could go north through that vault location and kind of circle around, or you can start either way. Probably going to include getting close to Mount Hell's Front at some point, but some right now it's deciding if you want to cross the bridge and just follow along the ridge, or if you want to go north through through the area that is just unique terrain in its because it's been exposed for so long to some pretty heavy radiation that leaked from the vault when the Vault of the Warrior was opened almost a decade ago, or actually a little more than a decade ago.
I think we should follow the ridge, personally.
I agree.
Mhm.
Like, in terms of exploration, if this were me playing a video game, I'd 100% go north. But since I'm playing a character I care about and can die and is mortal, I think I want to follow the ridge.
Yeah, I think following the ridge is a smart idea.
It's definitely video game versus RPG stuff. Until we have access to resurrection tech, I don't
Yeah.
want to go north.
Fair enough. All right. Oh, what's that?
No objections. Well, I think there's a common sense thing too to like, well, the ridge is like a good way to not get shot from one direction. So I think
True.
it just makes sense.
Yes. All right. Awesome. So you guys like cross over the bridge and just kind of follow like these loose kind of rocky roads. And you travel for another good half hour to 45 minutes. And you happen to actually everyone just make perception checks as you're driving. We'll do this again.
Perception.
Yeah, on the way there, Fidget's like, I hope she's alive and has money or tech or at least is just nice.
I got an 18.
Nice.
Got
First
that.
good roll of the night.
It's
I got
my
that
turn
20.
to get a nat one.
Nat 20. Nice.
Yeah.
14.
All right.
Also 14.
Heh.
All right. What'd you get, Fidget?
Nat one.
Oh, nat
Fidget's
one, nice.
too busy fucking
Yeah.
around on his computer and not paying attention.
Yeah. Like trying to focus in more on and learn more about the beacon, perhaps. Hobbs and Duck, you guys still keeping an eye out for any of these like bullymong dens. As you drive by, you see like this area becomes very uneven, where there's like steep drop-offs down to like little crags and plateaus and like fissures that kind of open up and like cause like these little mountain chains that kind of peak up. So like driving through here, like they managed, like when Hyperion was invading, they managed to kind of clear paths and like make kind of rudimentary roads in this area. But every now and then you do have to like go off road. So you're just noticing all these places where like bullymong dens may like be concealed, or they may be living in like caves in the mountains as well. It's keeping an eye open for those. But it is Kimmy and Tegan, as you guys are kind of just lazily keeping your eyes up on the sky, that you can see over these ridges into where you presume is this heavily irradiated area. But in the sky, you see a monster flying.
Monster.
Oh, that does not look good. That does
Yeah.
not look good at all.
Even from the far distance you guys are from this thing, it looks massive in the, like in this far off distance, as it kind of just like, and then like disappears behind like these high peaks and rocky terrain.
Was it on top of the ridges or was it like flying?
It was currently flying, and then it like seemed to like descend. But after like a few more minutes of just kind of keeping your eye on that thing, you see it again like into the sky before it kind of like goes back down. And
Hey, Hobbs, do you see that thing? Do you see that thing in the sky right there? Do you see it? She's just like pointing and like waving one other hand.
I saw it.
Does
Yeah.
he?
yeah, go ahead and make one more perception check. We'll see, because it is kind of only lately.
Another 14.
All right. It's like she gestures over to a place, and you catch like just like the edge of a wing as it like disappears behind the rocky, these like ridges.
I didn't see enough of that to be appropriately concerned, but avoid. I take it avoid.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Avoid. It was huge.
I accelerate, but in a cool way.
All right. All right. Eventually, you come up to a section. I will mark it so everyone can know where we're talking. Eventually, you come up here to this bridge type area. Now you can either go over the bridge and kind of cut through Mount Hell's front to get your vehicle down this like narrow bridge over what you now see as lava begins pooling in these crags, creating like little lava flows. Or you can abandon your vehicle like here at the edge of this ridge, just to the north of the Slagma refinery, and kind of scramble over to the beacon.
What's the distance roughly from where we abandon the vehicle to where we're down on the level of the beacon?
I mean, you're probably looking
Like,
at.
is that a climb? Is it like steep?
It looks like you would have to like kind of like abandon the vehicle to like scoot along the edge of this ridge. Let me go ahead and see if I can zoom in a little bit more. I know it starts to get a little fuzzy. But there's a very narrow passage around this refinery that you can basically walk to without having too much climbing, but it is like a bit of a drop if should something catastrophic should happen.
I mean, we'd probably we'd have to go in on foot at some point anyway. Does it at least seem like we're, like that ridge, is it narrow or is it wide enough that we're not gonna we won't be in immediate danger of slipping into like lava every like 5 feet?
No, at worst, it would, from the general areas, you would fall like maybe like 30 feet and hit the ground below. Your falling is probably not your biggest worry if you're like traversing this area. It would just make it more because then you would have to climb back up. It doesn't seem like either that or circle all the way around to get up onto that ridge again.
Gotcha. So the ridge itself isn't over the lava?
No.
Oh, perfect. All right. I don't see a problem with that. I don't.
Is especially is the Slagma refinery like active or?
It doesn't appear like much of anything, or at least based on what your current knowledge of Pandora is. Like Hyperion is they got forced off the planet, and then like their space station crashed into the planet, and now they're all bandits. Hyperion just kind of washed their hands of this situation and moved on. So
then, I mean, maybe that's a scavenge opportunity. / we'll just keep an eye on it, make sure other people aren't skulking about inside.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a good question. I didn't even think, for some reason it didn't even occur to me to think of that. Huh.
All right. So as you like all hop out of the car, I'll just try to paint as best a picture here as I can. So you're on a ledge, or not a ledge, I should say, but like, you know, a little plateau that kind of drops off, you know, to like this larger area moving towards the weird cult. But you're on like the middle plateau as it does raise above you again, like another good like 30 feet, and that like kind of encases the slagma refinery. So you're basically like about 30 feet below the slagma refinery, if that makes sense, and on this like kind of like jutting series of like plateaus and ridges.
Yeah. Cool.
And as we get close to it, still no signs of activity, or we don't hear anybody.
Yeah, nope, don't hear anybody. Well, I mean, I know this is like the fourth one we've done right now, but anybody that wants to, go ahead and make perception checks.
I'm gonna have.
I mean, I'm not gonna Scooby Doo the place, but I just, you know,
Oh,
there's
goddamn,
gunfire in the yard.
I got a
another
17.
We got another nat 20.
Oh, nice.
Nothing. 13.
That was 8 plus what? Oh, so 11.
All right. I'd say, I mean,
Screw me over later.
nobody hears any like raucous partying going on. Nobody hears any sounds of movement, shuffling. Like there are no lights visible, even in like the fading light of the day. It seems like most likely it was abandoned. And Tegan, just with your kind of general knowledge of you know, bandit factions and that kind of stuff, you had to figure anybody living across the street from a weird cult, there's probably something that happened if in recent times. It doesn't seem to track that.
Oh, it's great real estate.
But it is completely abandoned, and who knows what you could possibly find inside. As you know, it doesn't look like Hyperion came to collect a bunch of their shit, as you can see, as evidenced by the fact that there was still a functioning loader bot Digistruct system functional in the Sawtooth Cauldron.
How many hours has it been since we grabbed the technical in the first place?
From the technical, it has been almost, I'd say 4.5, 5 hours, because
Okay,
you
cool.
traveled for about 4 hours, and it took you about to get all the way to where this beacon point is. It would be like roughly about a good hour's travel, so about 5 hours by the time you start getting close to the signal.
Sweet. All right. Let's check in to see if my stalwart last stand was still going or not.
Fair. So yeah, so you guys keep note of the Slagma refinery and don't sense any like inner workings going on there. But you do eventually lead to that rocky cliff kind of facing the like edge of this cultist territory. You find where the beacon is located, just like obscured, from like facing the cultists, like by a ridge they'd set up. Seems like they had set up a little bit of a camp, whoever this S.O.S message is. And you find a bedroll, the echo device that still appears to be broadcasting, and a small, like, little, like, chemist kit.
Ooh.
Is she a chemist?
And one of the vials is actually, like, broken, as though maybe they were interrupted mid experiment here, and it appears like there's 3 test tubes that are like intact without any liquid in them, but one is like a little blackened around the edges and like shattered at the base.
Is there anything left in there?
Yeah.
Oops, sorry.
There is a tiny little like green viscous goo that kind of resides like where it like a little like bowl had formed from the break and is like resting on the ground.
With my herbalist set, I can identify a poison.
Okay.
Can I try to use it to see what was in it?
Yeah, it is not a poison, but go ahead and use your chemist. So make a an herbalist. Make a kit check, basically. This would be probably your wisdom plus proficiency.
Okay. It says it's a DC 20 for a poison, but I don't know if that would change.
Yeah, I think it's a little affected, but go ahead and roll.
Dirty 20.
Oh, nice. No issues then. Yeah, not a poison, but from your work with other various substances, it does appear to be very acidic. So it's caustic. It's corrosive.
Okay.
In other words, it is an acid, but based on your testing, it appears to be an exceptionally strong acid. Actually, I can tell you, with a dirty 20 on that. It seems to be a combination of antimony pentafluoride and hydrogen fluoride,
Okay.
more commonly known as a super acid.
Okay.
Can I search the echo device to see if it has any notes in it?
Yeah, go ahead and give a tech check. Or, well, I mean, I suppose a hacking check would do as well, but I'll take either.
Okay. 21.
Nice. Go quickly, like, you have to, like, kind of break through, like, a little password encryption that you're able to kind of plow through a little. But, it's, yeah, I mean, there is definitely, like, a log of, like, experiments, quickly just taking, like, 10 minutes to kind of skim through. There's a lot of Eridium research in here, as which might catch your interest, just various effects of
I copy that to my echo device.
All right, so everyone do what you're going to do, this because Fidget's going to take like 10, 15 minutes here. There's also notes on that acid, which indeed is a super acid, something that would be commonly used in like high-end explosives, as well as like for various industrial uses. And there's notes you also find quickly just skimming through just about the Eridium Blight in general. Different like slag quantities, the condition of various Hyperion installations, like the Slagma refinery with like marked like derelict, abandoned, like non-functional. A little bit of notes on the Eridium extraction plant, and apparently a lot of that is operational, at least according to these notes.
Nice.
Did I
The Eridium.
check the equipment to see if there's any like logos for any companies on it?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check. What were you gonna say?
The Eridium research, I copy into like a little hidden. I put it in like the locked partition of my echo device where I keep all my secret stuff.
Awesome.
The acid research, I shoot over to Duck, because I'm like, he might be more interested in it and might know more about it with his herbalism. That's actually like, I'm good at tech and like hacking, but like chemistry and herbalism is not my forte. I send it over to him. The stuff about the Eridium Blight in general, I give to everybody.
Awesome.
I got 15 on my check.
All right, 15. The bedroll that you end up looking through is extremely old, like too old. Like it's nigh falling apart. What form of comfort you think it could provide is unclear. But you do on the inside notice just the vaguest, most faded tag that seems to have the Hyperion logo on it.
Okay. I'd like to relay that to everybody.
Yes.
Like,
so you all.
hey, this sleeping bag's from Hyperion, and it's old as fuck.
Could be an ex-Hyperion researcher. It makes sense.
As
Yeah,
you all
that's
receive
very true.
notes of the just the Eridium Blight in general sent over by Fidget, you just see various lists of like operational Hyperion sites. It does seem to detail a lot specifically about Hyperion.
An ex-Hyperion researcher, or someone who took some ex-Hyperion researchers' stuff.
Fair.
Yeah.
And Duck, you find the ratio to create this acid, like of the pentafluoride to the hydrogen fluoride, like the ratio.
Ooh.
So you can now, with the proper supplies, you can make a vial of acid, or
Super acid.
possibly use it to as like components to maybe even craft your own type of grenade.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Or if we get into the drug business and we need to dissolve bodies, yeah.
Breaking Bad style.
Yes, indeed.
It's exactly what I was thinking. Duck's gonna get himself an RV.
I am not proficient in like a chemist set though, unfortunately. So I don't know how well I'd be able to make it.
Disposal in general.
Fair. Well, you know,
Digital
maybe
pick up a
looking
swearing
into
habit.
getting a chemistry proficiency may be in your future.
Ooh. Yeah, I took herbalist set. I don't know why. I thought it'd be more helpful.
I mean, it's
Well,
definitely
if
got
you
uses.
if you take a chemistry kit proficiency, I'll start calling everybody bitch. We'll get this ball rolling. We'll get an RV.
You're goddamn right.
But yeah, turning away from the camp and looking down, you can see a walled encampment for these cultists. On one side are like these ridges that lead into like lava veins and streaks of lava. On the opposite side, it's like 3/4 walled in by like these like welded perimeter, like just scrap metal welded together to form like high fences. But you guys are up above looking down. What was that?
Are all cultists this well fortified?
It appears to be either scavenged or possible remnants from that slagma vapor extraction. Like they have like kind of like stolen areas of that to like fortify in their own areas. And using the natural terrain to their advantage as well. Looking down into the camp, you could see it appears to be like a lot of tents, but there is some steel structure that seems to feed into the mountain behind it.
I was always under the impression that cultists were a bunch of crazy nut jobs, but look at them building fortresses. Look at them building fortresses and being tactically aware.
Industries, not jobs.
I know.
And in even as the heavy shadows are cast by the position of the sun now, lingering on the horizon, torches are lit in the area around the children of the Firehawk, like glows with flames. And even from this distance away, being high up on the ledge, you can hear they're making some noise. Like, does anyone have any type of extended viewing device, scope, binoculars, that type of?
I was just thinking how awesome it would be if we all had a bunch of sniper rifles right now.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't do long range here.
Yeah.
I might have a tech. Maybe.
As while you guys look, it's basically from this angle you can only like vaguely see like the inside lit up and like shadows are moving and you can hear noise, but it's hard to at this distance to make out anything that's actually going on inside.
No, I don't have anything.
But it sounds like it's many people in the midst of doing something.
Yeah, we should. I can't help but think that have any of us? Did we in any previous sessions do any lore check about the cult of the Firehawk?
I believe you did a bit, because I definitely remember.
I feel like we
talking
did.
about it when it was first mentioned. Yeah, Winston gave you guys information about like the weird cult, and how every time like a siren shows up on Pandora, it seems to spawn a new cult. And this one, after the events of Lilith the Firehawk moving Pandora's moon out of its
okay,
orbit.
that is familiar.
Yeah, they
Yeah, okay, it's familiar.
Yeah, and the Children of the Firehawk were initially like a cult previously, I should say. And then the cult was murdered, and now it's been revived by like the new feat of godlike ability by Lilith the Firehawk.
Yeah, and then so like Fidget's like, man, the old cult used to I used to burn people to death, and I think that might be what they're planning to do with this lady. So we should probably mount a rescue mission now.
Yeah, we should definitely get in there and
Yeah.
take care of that.
Okay, well, enough with this science mumbo jumbo. Let's go. Let's get down there.
Yep.
Add one grenade item. I don't know if I have it anymore.
Also, I will say, just based on the volume of people, it does appear that it would be many people within here. Like, you're probably, I mean, cults aren't usually massive, but from the noise they're creating, you gotta figure it's probably 20, 30 people, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any way to get a discreet look at what's going on in there? Is there a way that we can
Yeah, if you guys want to stealth up, try to get
a better idea of the layout and the... Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Are these like the psychopathic gun wielding cultists, or are these like the weird like Roby like we're spiritual?
The Rajneeshi.
Yeah,
It is freedom.
Yeah.
The real question is, how easy are they to manipulate?
Probably. Really
Well, they're in a
easy.
cult, so fucking
cult-
easy. But I mean,
They're cultists.
You know what? Everyone, make a quick. Let's make an insight check.
Ooh, I have an idea. What if one of us dresses up as Lilith and pretends to be the fire?
21.
I don't know anything about sirens. Neither does Hobbs, but I can definitely take on a disguise like nobody's business.
I got another nat 20.
Jesus Christ.
I was gonna
What
say,
the fuck is
I'm
going
pretty
on
good
here?
at disguises too.
I got
I got 18.
All right.
Oh shoot! Yeah, what did I get? I got an 18.
Nice. All right. Well, with that, everyone,
I all rolled pretty well.
the raucous noise. Yeah, very insightful. So yeah, the raucous noise coming from it, as you kind of dial in and try to keep it ear and listen to it, it's not abstract. Everybody's talking party noise. You start to find the rhythm. It is a chant. And it appears like you can even hear like subtle drums banging in the distance, like, and they're like chanting something.
Yeah, I think they're definitely planning on burning somebody to death.
Do we hear like anything like outside the chanting? Like, I don't know, like screaming, calling for help?
It's unable. You're unable to hear anything like above. Like you can't even make out the words of the chant. You just sense like the rhythm from the noise at this distance anyway. But it does, with that those insight checks, it does lead pretty much all of you to believe like, one, these guys are probably some degree of primitive or have reverted back to some kind of more barbaric-esque kind of like mentality of that respect. And given that, they're probably aggressive.
But if they're primitive, we could probably still take
Mm-hmm.
Or again, trick them. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't.
or a little bit,
I have a lot of
or a
books in my
or
bag
a
at
little
this
bit of
point.
both.
I still have a bunch of howlers.
And actually, Tegan,
We spread rumors that Tegan just like kills people like sandworms with her bare hands or whatever, right? How's that getting around?
I would say pretty well.
and Tegan, you know, on your third nat 20, I will say that briefly the thought crosses your mind as you're staring at like a lot of people, you know, in some kind of like sacrificial state, looking down at these people, and then you turn your head and look up just in time to see Rakinishu fly up again and settle back down.
Tick.
Oh.
How?
Hey.
Ugh.
Just saying,
How far
a
away
ridiculous
is
thought.
Rakinishu?
I mean, it's probably like 20, 30 minutes. It took you about an hour to get from here, so the edge of that that vault area, probably like 30 minutes-ish by car.
Okay.
Ah, shit. I have an idea that might be a really bad idea.
Those are the best ideas.
Hobbs, I really think you're onto
There are
something.
no bad ideas until you say them out loud.
I really think you're onto something. So, like, all right, so weird cults, right? they like to get people and like sacrifice them and stuff. And I think that's the situation. They probably have her tied up somewhere. If we were disguised as cult members and we were pretending to do some kind of cult stuff, but we ended up letting her free anyway, and then just ran. We might not even have to fight them if we can run faster than them.
Yeah, but where's the fun in that?
And then, like, if they don't, because I'm putting 2 and 2 together here, I guess they worship Rakanishu. Maybe if Rakanishu doesn't get his sacrifice, he'll just kill all the cultists and we don't even have to worry about it.
Well, so do we need to go Star Wars here and like try to separate a couple of cultists so we can get outfits?
That's where I was going to go with that too. I was thinking that exactly. That was the possibly bad part of the idea. I mean, the whole thing might turn out to
Aren't
be a
you a
bad
little
idea.
short for a cultist?
Right?
Huh? Oh, the uniform.
I feel like cultists have like tanks and stuff. Like they could totally join a cult too. Maybe.
I really hope they'd have like a specific fucking haircut or like, you know,
Well, because
it'd be really tough to take this experience with us later.
So like I'm proficient with a disguise kit. I don't think that necessarily means I have to be the one wearing the disguise. I think I can put it together for someone to not run into the "are you too short for a cultist" thing. Because I was thinking that because I was thinking Star Wars and the Stormtroopers, and I thought I that thought crossed my mind. But I'm also liking that for just pure circumstance. This is not something that I made up as a decision for Fidget when I made him, but like. I keep trying to find solutions where other things fight each other and we don't have to. Like with the robots and now with like Rakanishu, I'm thinking, no, maybe I'll just fly down and burn all these cultists to death for us.
So not to just do, you know, pop culture all night, but when you said that they worship Rakanishu, my first thought was like to pull some sort of Princess Bride in the Holocaust cloak thing. Like if we can make Tegan scary enough somehow, or like
that could work too.
Like
if we trick them into thinking we have a. Yeah, because I thought for a second, and I was like, I don't know. I thought maybe tricking them to thinking there's a siren here.
You know, some people say I do have this kind of I do kind of look like this one siren that I heard about. She too was also kind of buff and big, like
very punchy.
Yeah, very punchy. I forget her name
change
though.
is only self, yeah. I can't change Tegan, can I? Self.
Yeah.
Being a streamer, would Kimmy have any skills with makeup?
Yeah, I would say you could attempt such a thing. I don't, you know, not like I think you would have like advantage on it or whatever, but you could definitely aid in crafting a disguise for sure.
Okay, I would like to do that.
Okay, if that's the way we're going, can decide what the disguise is, where they're going, and then once you guys have that figured out, we'll probably just have one of you roll with advantage, or everyone roll individually and group check it. But
I got nothing to help. Sorry, guys.
Do we want to try to get a cultist separated, one or two, and knock them out and take disguise, or do we want to try to put disguises together?
Well, so those are, I mean, two different plans unless we're trying to send like fake cultists in to support Tegan's disguise. Either we're sending her in to be a siren and like confound them into cooperating, or we are going incognito. I don't know if we won't need makeup for stealing costumes. I guess we might need at least one costume for Tegan to kind of sell the part, but sirens might not dress like cultists. I don't necessarily know the fashion.
Yeah, I would also need the tattoos and everything.
Yeah, I'm guessing using quick
then it
change.
would definitely be the makeup.
Yeah.
The quick change tech, I'm guessing you can't use that to look like someone specific, can you?
I think that's exactly what it's for, but the problem is, does Tegan have it? Because I can't use it on... the target is self.
Yeah. Oh, I was
No,
thinking,
I
yeah,
don't
I
know.
was like, you and I can use tech, and we could try to get disguises put together for people who don't have that tech, like physical disguises. So I was like, shit, if you could look like a specific person with quick change, you could fucking look like Lilith if you really want to fuck with these guys.
It's very true.
Quick change is capable of like kind of doing that. Basically, it can't like really like alter like your size too much or
Yeah.
whatever, but it can make you look like just about anything.
This is just a knowledge gap for me. Like Hobbs is so let's true to the character, just does not know Lilith or like her mannerisms or anything. So it's gonna be really outlandish bluff.
I know, and I could probably, if I rolled high enough on lore, I could probably pull it off, but I'm not, even with quick change, I wouldn't be tall enough. It wouldn't work.
Decisions.
Yeah. I still think we should try to get a few cultists separated from the pack, knock them out, take their shit, and so we have 2 characters with the quick change utility. Does anyone else?
Nope.
No.
So we'll try to get 3 disguises, physical disguises. I can use Kimmy and I could probably like gussy up the disguises to look more believable, and then you and I, Hobbs and I, can use quick change, and then so we can have our disguises taken care of.
Okay.
All right. So if you guys want to get,
Then the question becomes,
sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, can we look through or try and get a layout so that we're able to raid on only a handful of people instead of alerting everyone?
Yeah, I was just about to say, everyone that is beginning to move in for like a better eye, we can do a group stealth check.
All right, come on, die. I was gonna say if there was ever a time to get a nat 20, but like I'd rather get the nat 20 on the disguise check.
How about a dirty 22?
Nice.
16?
Okay.
I got like a 7.
I was gonna say. All right, so I won't be the only
Good
one
solid.
ruining it for the group. I got a 4.
I got an 18.
All right.
Well, thanks for taking a big shit on my 22, guys.
Well, more high rolls than low rolls. So
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I'm feeling confident about it.
It's not too bad. I'm currently just pulling up a couple. Oh, I already have them up. What am I doing?
If we're averaging them all out for a group check, that's not bad. That's
Yeah.
still in the mid-teens, I think.
Well, with 3 of you passing and 2 of you failing, it is a successful group check. As
Yay.
you begin to kind of edge your way down, and as you move, like you kind of like position yourself to like slide down this little like ridge, this little cliff edge here, get down to like this ground level and begin to make your way closer. The chanting definitely becomes like a chorus of people, although it still seems like gibberish. It doesn't appear to be any language. It's definitely not like common. It doesn't appear to be. So unclear what exactly they're chanting. But as you kind of get up, you find like again these giant like mismatched welded barriers that have like gaps in them that you're able to kind of like spy through a little bit, and there is like a central gate. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna bring up a map. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Woof. Okay.
Yeah. And you guys are
Ugh.
about down here. So this is basically what you're looking at. And it appears as you guys kind of spy in, there's 2 guards posted at the gates. A lot of people everywhere else on these like various rise platforms and on the ground. But the biggest thing that you can spy is this giant pit of lava. People are surrounded all around it in a circle and are jumping up and down and chanting. above it, 20 feet high on this steel catwalk, seems to be some kind of wenching crane-like device that is lowering a middle-aged woman. It's beginning to, like, she's like Donkey Kong strapped to this thing, and as it begins to kind of just like slowly lower, almost, you have to assume it's like a drawbridge, like it'll almost be like perpendicular to like the blazing hot lava. Probably not dunking her in the lava, but more of like smoking her alive.
Ooh.
Yeah, not nice. And working this winch crane is a large, well, shouldn't say large, almost emaciated looking, but wearing this big, like steel and wood mask, like almost resembling like a tiki mask, with a staff with a crystal that is like glowing, with like this red and yellow pulsing kind of light. And even parts of his body have little chunks of like iridium embedded in his flesh, and you can see like it seems like his frame is smoldering slightly.
Oh boy. At the rate they're lowering her, how fast does it seem like though?
Right now, go ahead and just make it in just a flat intelligence check.
Yeah. If oh nope, that's not gonna do it. I'm a 6. I don't know if that's gonna be high enough to do anything.
I mean, right now it doesn't seem like she's in immediate danger of dying, and it's not like they're just gonna like drop the thing. It appears like this. I mean, on a 6, it's hard to tell exactly what's happening, but this seems to be some kind of ceremony. There's some sense of tradition or something happening here. Like this is a big like sacrificial event that there's a lot of pageantry to, it seems.
As we're walking, I just kind of like Fidget kind of goes in front of everybody and puts up a hand, and he points at Kimmy. Tegan, jeez, I always have that like moment where I forget Tegan's name for some reason. So I point to Kimmy, Tegan, and Duck, and I go, between the three of you, who do you think is the sneakiest?
Well, it ain't me.
I'm just lucky.
I have.
Probably Duck.
I'm pretty sneaky.
I think
Duck,
it's
like Duck is like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like.
I think it's extremely important to have a plan B, and I
Definitely.
I use the cloaking device attack on Duck. I whip up a little device and I put it on you on your shoulder, and you turn invisible.
Ooh.
I think you should make your way over to
Can
that
I also?
winch.
What are these? What are the giant laundry?
The giant what?
The I don't know what they are. The giant. They look like right off bags of laundry or windmills, or the 5 big things along the right
those
side
are
of the camp.
shacks.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
those are
sorry. Those are like tents-ish, like makeshift
Got it.
lodgings.
Okay. And I mean, how flammable are those?
Highly. They're
Candy.
they're fabric tents. Yes.
Yeah, so Duck,
Just a point of
I
order.
think
Okay,
you should make your way over to that winch, and if things go sideways, just try to stop the winch.
Yeah, sure.
All right. I don't want to add any extra kinks in, but I did just think of something that I think Duck would have picked up on very quickly, and that's a lot of psychos in here.
Ooh.
It seems like most, if not a lot of these guys show the telltale symptoms of psycho.
How close are they to each other? Give me a second here.
Not all of them, mind you, but a good majority of them.
If I can get right here, right smack dab in the middle, can get that whole circle.
The downside of that being, it seems like the two at the front gate maybe not as psycho. Like,
Fair.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Their in-game name, their technical names, they're crazed marauders.
Ah,
Well, that is the thing you have. Is it a feature or tech?
it is my experimental tech, so I get 1 use per short rest.
It is, yeah, it's a feature.
Oh, so it's not. If it's not a tech, that won't end your cloak.
Yes.
Oh,
So that's fucking awesome.
interesting.
Yeah.
Even if I can't get like right there, right in the middle, I can still get a good portion of them if I can get close enough.
Just like a fucking contagious in the sand. Just
Yeah.
Although
That's fucking perfect.
just so you know as well, that is lava.
Yeah, no, I know. I was
Just-
thinking. Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
Pressure, lava.
Huh.
That's why I was laughing as I said it. I was like, if I can get in the lava.
Well, what's the radius on it?
30 feet.
That's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah.
you can get a lot of people in a 30-foot radius without.
Yeah,
all
exactly.
of them. And I mean, you only need a handful of people causing shit to have all of them be distracted.
Very true.
True.
So we got a plan to distract some guards. We got a plan to get an invisible guy who can turn psychos even psycho-ier in the camp. And we have a plan C of lighting some tents on fire to cause more distraction. We got a lot going on.
We
Yeah.
can just combine everything into Plan A.
Just do everything at once.
Right. I was just gonna
Plan
say,
A.
Plan C is really like a postscript because if they fuck around, I'm lighting those tents on fire.
See, those are plans B through D. Plan A stands for all of the above.
Yeah. And if I fuck up my stealth, but I'm close enough, I'm activating the tech. Which, honestly, will probably work anyway, because they'll just start running.
Well, the thing is it something that's on the tech list, or is it something specifically as a class feature?
It's a class feature.
Because to end the
I just say tech because it's
to
experimental.
activate a piece of tech, and that would be a cross question. Does a class feature called experimental tech count as tech, or is it just stuff in the tech list?
I believe per the wording of it, I would just refer to it as stuff in the tech list. I think features are separated from that.
Yeah.
And it's not something that causes direct damage. It's not really an attack roll either. You know, it's like a saving throw against.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's basically It's basically. What's the word? What's the phrase?
Like what it's called?
Yeah.
Can you describe it?
Oh,
Visions of Valhalla.
Visions of It's basically like turn undead for psychos.
Yeah.
It just like snaps their brain, shows them visions of the mythical Valhalla, and drives their psychosis into overdrive till they become like complete psychotic messes that just run around screaming and at higher levels even commit, seppuku, or basically like suicide for
Yeah.
for Valhalla.
Yeah, I can't wait to level up
Maybe
enough.
it's a place lava pit.
Yeah.
They can just jump in the lava themselves.
Yeah, I'd say it's a pretty solid. Like if you're looking at the map right now, there's this ladder over here that's near the winch.
Hmm.
You could just go into like this space here.
Yeah, and I can get a good chunk of them
Just
from there.
fucking activate it and then start climbing that ladder and making your way to the winch. Because
Actually, from right there, I can get every single one.
yeah,
Because this is
Might as
30
well.
feet.
might as well hedge our bets. I mean,
Let's do it.
just get to that space. Wait, tactically
Yeah.
speaking, wait until it's like the start of your turn, so you can activate it and then immediately start shooting up that ladder. And,
Yeah.
and you'll still be cloaked. So unless there's any kind of monkey wrench that comes along, you'll be in position to fucking stop that winch if you have to, or just push
Yeah.
the
I-
winch into the lava.
I love this plan so much.
This is is gonna be great. I'm so excited.
This is my favorite part of role-playing games because you can't do this shit in video games, you know?
Yeah.
All right. So,
Yeah, I didn't realize that I could literally get all of them if I just got close enough to one side.
Yeah, and it was the whole thing that the how it's like this version of Turn Undead is what made me think about that. In D&D, turning undead does not make you turn uninvisible with an invisibility spell. So I was like, I think that's the perfect fucking plan.
Yep. Because and also it just has like a little bit more in-canon flavor to it. The tech that Doc has, like he's able to pull out a device that he himself has like kind of been able to manufacture to a degree and like create this custom piece of tech. So it doesn't rely on the Digistruct inventory system. So separate as far as their values are concerned.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm really glad we got that short rest on the way here.
All right, let's get it done, son.
All right, I believe you guys have control of your tokens. We're currently not in initiative, but so who's what are we doing first? We've talked about incapacitating guards, sneaking invisible people in. What's the first step in this plan?
So, Hobbs, are you and I gonna do the quick change thing?
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, we'll get rid of a couple of people, or hopefully distract a couple of the people that won't be susceptible to Doc's shenanigans. So it's just so funny. I have a Doc in my other group. Doc and Duck. So I would say that Duck goes first, though, just so he can get in position before we just in case things aren't going swimmingly. But more or less, once we think that got like far enough in, I say we just go for it and see if we can either distract these guys or get them to follow us out.
Yeah, we'll walk with Duck up to like here or whatever and be like, all right, we'll count to 10 and then we'll approach the gate ourselves or whatever.
All right. Awesome. So moving in stealthily, I'll just go ahead and batch move everybody a little bit further down this way.
Lunk.
As you're all creeping along the edges here, and then all right, so if Duck's gonna move first, let's see how far. You have a speed of 30?
Yep.
So with a double move action, you can make it to probably about I'm using the ruler, that's why it's not showing up. But you can make it probably just to like right inside here on a single like move and action dash.
Okay. And I get advantage because I'm invisible.
Yes, indeed.
I'm gonna take full advantage of being able to make myself like a foot taller so I can, like pass as maybe so I can pass as maybe like a 15-year-old instead of a 12-year-old.
You're like a kid trying to get on the roller coaster with like tall shoes.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to do that.
That's an 18.
Nice. Yeah, as you like creep up over, I'll go ahead and move your guy unless you want to move your guy.
Yeah, no, I don't mind.
All right, so you initially creep up like into. I moved Fidget. That's my bad. Yes, but yes, right where you are. So you creep up to the gate and you begin like kind of just moving in, and you see first of all these two guys aren't looking at the gate; they're looking at the ceremony happening, and they're kind of grumbling to each other like, "What are we going to be part of this?" Like they're just kind of like they're not paying attention. So yeah, you're free to move again.
Okay, so I can get to right about here-ish, which is about where I need to be.
All right. Creeping up that way, just go ahead and give another stealth with advantage.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy. 12. I rolled a 1 and a 7.
Let me check a couple of these stats. To be fair, I am giving these guys a minus to their passive because they are highly invested in what's happening here. So that. Ooh, that narrow. That's a meets it, beats it scenario.
Oh God.
So you are just able to like kind of start scooting by these people without being noticed.
Oh boy.
I'm sweating already.
Yeah, you see like one psycho that's like his skin coloration is like this like gray with like his veins appear to be like bulging with purple, and he's like super skinny and emaciated and like just kind of hacking, and he kind of turns and looks in your direction as you like freeze for a second, but then he goes back to the ceremony.
All right, cool. Probably at that point we'll approach the gate.
Yeah, and I'll just stay there. So for now.
All right, you hold position like crouching behind one of these incendiary barrels. By the way, looking around, you see a lot of barrels containing highly flammable substances in this area. I'll point them out real quick here just so everyone can get. But what you see, there's one right next to you.
Sick.
There's one over here. There's one by these tents. There's a bunch on this catwalk. Here, here, and here. And there's two right in front of the gate.
And these, like, I know this might sound like a dumb question, but my follow-up will make sense of it. Most of these people, they're armed, right? Like, they have weapons and stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of, like, melee weapons in the big group, but you can see especially these crazed marauders wearing, like, the full face helmets all have handguns or submachine guns.
So I'll have out my Mollywant submachine gun clicked onto fire, so that it'll I think it might sell the disguise a little better.
I like it. Creativity goes a long way.
Yeah. Figure
okay.
if they see a fire
I'll
weapon, they'll
join
be
in.
like, oh yeah.
I'll pull out my sword, which is it's the melee thing.
Yep.
Hopefully it doesn't look too
Cool.
weird. And then if we're approaching a gate, I think. Oh, sorry, Tegan, where are you going?
I don't think I was just going to make a joke about me pulling out my fist.
It's, yeah, I mean, that's a weapon.
We're getting our weapons ready. Tegan adjusts her knuckles.
Yeah, right. Reload. Jeez.
Yeah.
So you said that we didn't really make out any words in this chant yet. It still sounds like not common, and I don't necessarily know that I speak or that I don't want to give myself away by not speaking the right language. So I'm just gonna, like, when I come into line of sight from these people, I'm not on Roll20. Like if I can get like over here, like in the gate or whatever, I want to try and get their attention and just but like almost kind of like frantic grunting just loud enough to kind of get these guys to look and just be like
going full psycho. I like it. Awesome. And Fidget, as Hobbs approaches and starts like making these kind of like guttural noises, what are you doing?
So while we were strategizing, Hobbs and I were talking. Well, both like in and out of character discussing, and he seems to have more experience with like deception and stuff. So like I was gonna have him take the lead on it.
All right.
And then in my whatever I add is gonna be support for whatever check we need to make.
Awesome. So starting to make noises, you begin to hear these guys take notice. Before I move these guys, I will say, Kimmy and Tegan, do you want to move your characters, or are they, because like you are out in the open right now?
Yeah, I think Kimmy's gonna settle up right here.
All right.
For now.
Same.
All right, Tegan. So you guys kind of like flatten yourself against this gate. Awesome. And yeah, these guys begin to move over to investigate the noise. It's like, all right, what the fuck? Who's
yeah. As soon as they should go sign, they're gonna follow. Like Hobbs is like one of these and like take off. So like to try and be out of direct line of sight, just like back around the corner. Like good. Follow me this way.
All right.
Yeah.
And you do hear Hobbs. These guys are speaking in common. Whatever chant is happening is, actually, Fidget. Since you've done some reading, give me
Oh God!
give me another lore check.
Just accidentally punched my drink onto the floor.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Almost none of it spilled though, which is fine.
Nice.
Fantastic.
It's just maybe like a half an ounce of it, maybe.
It's taunting you. Hit it again.
I know, right? All right. What was the check? Sorry, I startled myself.
It's okay. Give me a lore check.
Ooh, good roll. 23. I was trying to think of like psycho phrases I could come up with.
While you don't understand what it said, based on the amount of research you've done, especially on looking more recently even into like some of the Eridium stuff, this sounds like it's some type of derived from some primitive type of Eridium language. Yeah, like these guys somehow are either completely making it up or somebody at some point in this cult had some experience deciphering Eridium language. So they're chanting something in Eridium.
So I take Hobbs' lead with his the grunting and stuff, and I make a motion towards where our like to the other side of the gate, and I go and I say the conductor of the poop trade stripped the flesh from our meat bicycle. Or something. And just kind of do it with a sense of urgency.
All right, go ahead and give me a deception check.
give him like a come here hurry motion.
Okay.
9.
They
Crap.
pull out their what's that?
I just said crap because I didn't roll well.
Yeah, they ready their weapons at that point, and it's just like, oh, bloody, oh, fucking psychos, man, just all the time with this place. And this guy is going to give a nod to his buddy, and then begin to step out to the point where he can see you, and he draws his weapon. Like, oi, stay your business.
I mean, I don't know what our initiative situation is, but ideally what Hobbs is looking to do is as soon as he's out, or at least one of them is out and looking at us and kind of aware of what's happening, I want to hit him with a signal jammer tech.
Okay, go ahead. Let's see, that's a save, I believe, right? Or is that?
Yeah, that's actually a save from him, I believe. Yep. For... Shit, my tech DC save is not that high. For 13.
13. What is the save? Let's see.
Oh, good question. I think it's Constitution.
It's the third level signal jammer? Is that what you're going for?
Hmm. Yeah.
Alright. Am I looking at the wrong one here?
I have it written down here.
Because the signal jammer is meant to make someone undetectable by spy tech.
Oh, sorry, then I'm just giving you the wrong... You're right. I meant sensory disruptor.
Oh,
The
gotcha.
blindness deafness.
Gotcha.
Derp.
It's okay. Yeah, sensory disruptor, and that's a con save, you said?
Intuit, my plan.
Alright. Con save. My first roll of the night. And that is a 12.
Oh, yes. So he's blind.
Alright. So that
Entirely
guy...
blind.
Yeah, that guy immediately steps out, like you digi-struck this little device into your hand, throw it at his feet, and it's just like, boom, sends out this wave of electromagnetic radiation that specifically like targets like the occipital region, and you see this guy like being up closer to him fidget. You can see like his eyes just like for a second just like go like almost white, and he just starts freaking out like, oh my god, you know, like but awesome. I would say, let's see, I mean technically we're still not, I don't know if I'll put us in initiative, so Duck, are you still holding tight?
No, I was just thinking about that. I was debating if that would be a signal or not. That sounds like the plan already went awry.
Oh yeah, you're not within line of sight of us. I try to get the attention of that other guard because he doesn't see our other team yet. So for all intents and purposes, I'm assuming he doesn't know exactly what just happened. So I motion to him and the guy freaking out. I go, the worms of indecision have infected his skull. He needs the soothing touch of the good touch. I don't know.
All right.
Meat pet.
This guy definitely notices his friend starts freaking out and runs up to like try to help him. So they're like both right in this doorway. Turns and like tries to
move as if I'm going to like help him with the guy. Just just kind of put my hands up like I'm gonna help him steady the guy.
Right, and he's just like, "What's going on?" Because the other guy's like, "I can't see."
There we go.
I'm gonna make it insight.
And I keep talking to him, hoping he'll look at me.
Yeah. So this guy, I just rolled a quick like insight check for him to see if he would immediately assume that this is some kind of foul play. But no, he's dumb. He's more focused on why his compatriot here is flaring out, and it seems like you're trying to assist in some way in a psycho-esque manner. So he's a little confused what's going on, but he doesn't outright immediately suspect you guys. So yeah, he's just freaking out, trying to like shake his buddy out of the stupor.
So I put my free hand like out of his field of view and go like this towards like Keegan.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so this is where I come in. So this is where I come in. Okay, so I'm just gonna like kind of dash up behind him, just grab him from behind and give him like the biggest fucking German suplex that you can possibly, like a fucking Brock Lesnar fucking German suplex.
All right, are you raging or are you saving that?
I'm gonna say that.
All right.
I have to.
Go ahead and make me an athletics check.
Athletics.
The hell?
Yeah, do it with advantage because there's a lot going on.
I mean, I already rolled a nat 17, so.
Okay, I think that'll probably do it.
Okay.
Well, don't deny the advantage. Go ahead and take it. You might roll a 20.
Yeah, you might.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
All right. But still, rolling a 14 for this guy's acrobatics to try to avoid your capture. You full on come up and like bear hug him from behind. He is restrained by you.
I fucking love this.
Yeah. On your next turn, you could attempt to like slam him, but right now you just run up and grab him.
Gotcha.
And Kimmy, is there anything you want to do in this situation? After this, I think we will properly roll initiative.
I don't really know if there's anything I can do, honestly.
If you just want to hang back and watch this play out, you're welcome to.
I mean, I'll get a little bit closer, just to be safe.
I mean, we could get ourselves into position as best we can to grab the blind guy because Keegan's probably more than capable of taking one guy on his own. I don't know if any of the rest of the three of us could just straight up take out a guy. We might need to team up on this other one.
All right. And while we're at it, just for the shits and giggles, let's do another group stealth check as we take these guys out.
Does that not include me, I assume?
Yeah, no, you don't have to. You're invisible and just a ghost up there.
That's 22.
Checking.
5.
I got 12.
I got a 7.
I got a rock.
I got
I
a
had
5.
Oh,
I had-
5.
Oh god. Oh no.
Okay, with that, the kerfuffle is going to start, the noise, rather, of this guy screaming that he's blind is going to draw the attention of this crazed marauder and this, immolator. That's what they're called. Awesome. So, now, everybody, let's, go ahead and let's roll some initiative.
All right.
Oh, hi.
Switch over to my combat die.
Oh, I
There we
wasted
go.
a good roll on that last one.
Shit.
I got a 9 for initiative.
I got 3.
I got a 12.
17.
Nat 1 for Hobbs.
Ooh.
Oh, this is gonna be rough, isn't it?
17 for Kimmy and a nat 1 for Hobbs.
Oh no, I got a 9.
Oh, why did I think 17? Oh, I
Oh, I
already
got a 17.
Fidget got a
Fidget
17.
got a 17.
Wishful
Alright,
thinking.
Yeah.
that's my bad. I already had Kimmy written down. I just, and then let me roll for this immolator too. Oh, hello. Alrighty. Fantastic. So, first up to act as Tegan runs over and grabs hold of this guy, Fidget. That's you.
Alright, I don't want to start shooting just yet. I don't want to. The guy. I have a meta game question.
Yep.
The blindness tech. It's something, I think it's on my list. I just didn't take it. Is that something they save every round for, or is that something that just lasts for a duration?
So I think he can make a save at the end of his next turn, if that's right.
Yeah.
But I'll double check.
I'm actually got it
Okay.
pulled up right here, right now. So, at the end of each of their turns, the target can repeat the saving throw, ending on a success.
Okay, perfect. So I have something for that. Because I'm a huge fan of utilities. Almost all of my tech is utilities. I have Synaptic
Wow.
Snap, which gives them a penalty on saving throws.
Awesome.
Just-
Well, so
I know it-
everybody right now has advantage against that guy.
Yep. And I want to keep that going. So I'm going to just shift to the side so that I'm not in like the direct line of sight of anybody. Anybody in the camp that might be looking this way don't see me do this.
Mhm.
And I'm going to hit him with the Synaptic Snap. I just couldn't remember his damage.
It's 1d6 cognitive.
26. That was the part I couldn't remember. All right, so I make an attack, right? Yep. La, 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 la.
It's actually
Oh, nope, they make a saving throw.
an intelligence saving throw.
All right, so
Against the crazed marauder.
I'm hoping, yeah, I'm guessing he's got a low intelligence.
Yeah.
He's got a doctorate in astrophysics.
Ooh, I mean, it's still a high roll, but that's gonna be 13.
Ooh, yes,
Not
killed
gonna
by
do it.
one. All right, so that is 5 mental damage, I believe, cognitive damage, and a D4 penalty on the next saving throw they make.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
As you like pull out, like you like whip out like this Digistruck like a little pulse rifle on your wrist, and you just like fire a targeted blast of electromagnetic radiation that just like nails the already, is that the already blind guy or the guy that Keegan has grappled?
The already blind guy, so
All
that
right.
I'm hoping it makes him fail his save to get rid of blindness.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
He is super fucked. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna mark him with both a orange and a yellow, so we know that dude is fucked up.
Fucked in 2 colors.
Brilliant. Yeah, that dude is having a rough fucking day. So, all right, Fidget, that's your action, and you moved a little bit back. Are you doing anything else?
Nope, that's it.
All right, next up would be Duck, as you are up here. As all these guys are just, just fucking going.
Okay. Has anything happened with the woman?
It is still like very like slowly, like it's like every like 30 seconds it like as this apparent witch doctor up here is just like whipping everybody into a frenzy as he leads this chant.
Okay.
Can
Yep.
I do know this chant. I actually know this chant.
Like yeah.
It's canon now.
Eridium language at its peak.
And that has always happened.
And this, by the way, this woman that's now strapped up here, you get a good look at her. First of all, she is screaming and she is freaking out. And just like, oh, you savages, or whatever. It's like, there's no, like, siren's not a god, just going nuts. She is wearing like a tattered remains of a lab coat that's like been stitched together and with like these patches of different fabric over what appears to be many years. Her hair is extremely messy. She's wearing like a tool belt and like goggles. But yeah, that's
Hot.
yeah.
Right.
She's like a fully monk Jane Goodall.
Pretty much, yeah. It's something of that nature. Like she is definitely appears to be some kind of scientist or engineer, and who knows why she's here, but she was in the wrong fucking place.
Okay. Alright, I know what I'm gonna do. I always forget about hold action. Okay. I am going to attempt to sneak right where I need to be.
Okay. Go ahead and give me one more with advantage stealth check. Against the two closest ones, we got two different.
That's 18.
Alright, as we sneak across all these guys, I'm pretty sure you're good, but I'm just double checking because, like I said, bit of a penalty. These guys are in a frenzied state, so they're not observing the surroundings super well, so that's gonna pass.
Okay, and I'm gonna hold my action to activate my tech, or my experimental tech.
Alright, you pull out your like little like in my mind it almost appears like the fucking I can't think of the proper name, but the Hellraiser cube. It's like this kind of multi-stage, like where you can like twist certain aspects and like and just like a big button on the top, and you just kind of hold over it.
Yeah. So as soon as I feel like the plan is starting to really go awry, I'm just gonna inactivate it.
Alright. Fantastic. That's so you're holding your action. Moving up next are these two guards. First of all, the guy with the blindness is gonna try to not be blind anymore. But that's a minus D4.
Yep. -4.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my blood
Nice.
soak die.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh, high. Ooh, also high. Okay, so... Wow, that drops it down a lot, and this is an intelligence saving throw. Yeah, with a natural 18, that's gonna bring him down to a 12.
He already had a -2. Oh no.
Yeah. Crazed marauders.
I will say I'm not 100% clear on what the plan originally was.
Okay, well...
I don't know exactly when to activate this, but...
I think it's still going roughly what we wanted. I mean, it could be going, it could be going a lot worse.
Okay. If I hear any, like, guns firing, I'm gonna activate it.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
the most literal answer is whenever you want to. But
I mean, fair. And I might anyway. We'll see what happens.
Alright.
I'm a huge fan of you activating that whenever you feel like
It is
even if
more or
you
less
think
the
plan's
keystone
still
of the
going
plan.
good. Yeah.
Okay, alright, fair
I
enough.
don't think any of us are going to be able to, even in disguise, go up and set her free without causing a fracas. So one
Yeah.
way or the other, shit's going to hit the fan no matter what.
Alright. I do want you guys a little bit closer, though.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. And this other guard that's grappled by Tegan. Tegan, I need you to make me another athletics check as he attempts to escape. Well, couldn't even finish that sentence before I rolled a nat
You're
1.
Well,
Yes.
I rolled another nat 17, not counting my fucking strength proficiency, the modifier. So.
God, I thought you were gonna say another nat 20. I was like, holy shit, Anthony.
Panic roll tonight. 20s and 1s. 20s
Yeah.
and 1s.
All right. So yeah, he like lets out like a scream and tries to like his arms pinned at his side. He tries to like muscle out, but he just can't outmuscle you. Brilliant. So he's stuck there. That's his action to do that, and he yells out, which these guys already have drawn a bit of attention. And it's not his turn yet, but this crazed marauder over here is gonna start moving down these stairs, coming over to you guys as he hears noise. But that's the guards' turns plus that crazed marauder. So Kimmy, you're next.
Kimmy is going to cartwheel between Hobbs and Tegan, just for flavor effect, over to this guy. And she's going to make his day even worse by punching him in the face with the unused caustic charge that I've been saving for a rainy day.
All right.
And so much advantage to that.
Also, I believe those caustic charges can be re-upped by purchasing necessary chemical components.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, go ahead and make your attack with advantage because he is blind.
So that's a 13.
A 13 hits exactly.
Nice.
And that's a D6.
For your brass knucks, yes, a D6 plus a D4 corrosive damage.
So I got 4 points of bludgeoning damage and... God, what is that? Hang on, I can't really see the number right.
Okay.
And 1 point of corrosive.
All right. As you, the capsule shatter on his face mask and begin dissolving part of like this full face helmet. As he just like, oh, what's happening? And he like, like wildly, this, not an actual attack, but he just kind of wildly swings out in the direction he was just punched in, misses you like.
And after that, I'm just gonna move back a little bit, more back towards Deacon and Hobbs.
All right. I don't even know if since he's blinded, if he can take. I don't think he can take an attack of opportunity.
Nope.
Yeah. No. So cool. All right. After Kimmy, this immolator is going to move as he's just like, you're the squealing of pain, and is going to charge 30 feet up here to see what's happening. But the gate is full of bodies at the moment. So he is going to hold an action there. Moving on to Tegan. Do what you want to do with your grappled man.
Yeah. So I'm basically just gonna like. Yeah, I'll basically go for like a German fucking suplex or something.
All right, you want to just slam him to the ground here?
Yeah, and depending on if he's still alive or not, I want to see if I'm able to like to still like hold on to him even after I slam him to the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can give me another athletics check.
Yeah.
Wow, this guy can't roll to save his life.
It's literal today. That's literal.
Let's see. That's okay. So that's a 10.
All right. Still beats him. So you're not raging, so this is just going to be like a typical kind of like unarmed strike.
Yeah.
So just roll me a D4 for bludgeoning damage, plus your strength modifier.
So that's 5 damage.
All right, 5 points of damage to the other guy. As you just full on German suplex him and slam him onto the ground and then roll over and like still have his arms pinned at his side, is like you're now like on top of his back, like his face in the dirt. And yeah, you got him pinned to the ground. He cannot escape. Awesome. So that's your action. Anything else from you, Tegan?
Let's see. I mean, I grabbed grapple, so there's not much else I could probably do.
I don't think so. You could, I mean, you're technically prone now with him, so you could attempt to move him, but that's about it.
Could I, like, try to get him back up again?
You can expend, yeah, I'd say you could expend your movement, like getting back to your feet and dragging him back up as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. After Tegan, Hobbs.
Yeah, so Hobbs is probably just going to try and put away the guy that's blind.
All right.
Is the other person behind?
Yes.
Yeah, no, let me just swing at the guy who's blind.
All right.
I'm
So
gonna take the low-hanging fruit.
you step up over here and go ahead and make an attack with advantage.
And I was already holding a sword, sorry. Switched. There we go. I was already holding my sword, so that's what I will go with.
Fidget, you're on deck.
That's a 15 to hit.
15 hits.
15 hits, alright. There we go. So that will be 8 slashing.
Nice. Yeah, as you like totally just like pierce him with your sword, the immolator on the other side sees this and is like, I know the spray material! God, that kills me sometimes. But yes. Awesome. You draw your blade out. He's still alive, but he's not looking good. As he still, again, like, flares out blindly and just, like, doesn't even come close to hitting you with, like, the butt of his gun.
Yeah. So I'm not even gonna bother to leave melee range from him necessarily, but I have no bonus actions to speak of for the moment, so that's gonna do it for Hobbs.
All right. Back up to the top with Fidget. Duck, you're on deck.
I have another idea. So I'm looking at the dramatic flare utility. It says I can produce a harmless sensory effect such as a glowing hand, a shower of sparks, or a dramatic gust of wind.
Uh-oh.
I was thinking, so this guy, the guy that just walked up, as far as aggression goes, all he's seen is Hobbs hit this dude with a sword, right?
That's just, and the German suplex as well. Yes.
So I'm gonna step in here, and I'll say, brother, help us take out these non-believers who didn't believe that we found someone blessed by the Firehawk. And I use dramatic flare to make a shower of sparks come out of oh my god, I just did it again. Kimmy. Fuck. Except this time it's Kimmy instead of Tegan. Since you're like standing there away from the rest of us, I figure like you're the only one standing there on your own. Oof. I make like some glowing spark shower effects. I was like, and you punched the guy who's blind. I go, she struck him blind because of his non-belief. See, I was going somewhere with this.
All right, I like it. Okay, so go ahead
It took me
and
a long time to get there because I have problems sorting out my thoughts. But
right, jeez.
God, why do I keep rolling low when I try this shit? I got a 9 on deception to try to.
All right.
Another 9?
Well, let's see. This is gonna be an insight check, which is a wisdom check, which the psychos don't do well on. So
That's what I'm hoping some hinge got.
all right.
You know,
So,
I have a good bonus to deception. I just keep rolling garbage.
what's that?
Could I use the thing where I discourage them?
Oh, disillusion.
Yes.
I think.
Thank you. I forgot the word.
I think that is an action.
Oh.
Well, actually, no. Sorry. I think it might actually be a reaction. Let me double check that, because that's a good point, because that is like a key component of your Rhapsodist class. Sorry, I didn't mean to pull that up here, but we're going with it. Rhapsodist. Oop, too far.
I know I was originally going to do this to Tegan, but I was like, I'm going to take advantage of Kimmy punching this guy in the face. I'm hoping it helps sell it.
Where is the...
And I forgot you have that feature too, so I'm hoping that helps too.
When a creature makes an attack roll ability check or damage roll, you can use your reaction to expend one use of your inspiration to disillusion that creature.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome. Go ahead and roll your inspiration die. Go ahead and we'll subtract that from this roll.
Subtract 3.
Yes.
All right, that is a failure on his part. So he is going to look at this, see the shower of sparks, and he's just going to be like, non-believers! He's going to pull out what appears to be a long flaming rod, and he's going to do something with that on his next turn. Wow, brilliant. Yeah.
I love playing a utility wizard. Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. And yeah, you can see them and everything over these guys. Yeah, totally. That 100% works.
For the disillusionment, Kimmy's just gonna flip her tentacle hairs and make the tentacles kind of look like they're like on fire color-wise.
Okay.
Yes.
And be like, dare you question my subjects?
And then,
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
Oh.
All right. Brilliant.
If I had the higher tier illusion spell, this is what I would have gone for plan A, but in the heat of the moment, this seemed like a good... Whew. Love it. I'm getting sweaty from excitement. Plus it's
Sometimes you gotta
like
let
80
it
to...
just go off naturally.
Right?
Yeah, then it's 80 degrees in my apartment, so
Oh, yeah.
that doesn't help.
Oh god.
Oh God.
All right, Duck. You witness this firebrand psycho, this immolator, like charge up into the mix of things. You can't really hear or see because you're in the middle of this, cacophony of noise. But you witness that guy run. It's back to your initiative.
I'm just gonna think to myself, you know what? That's good enough, and I'm gonna activate it.
All right, you hit it. All right, and that's gonna catch everybody. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exactly 10 psychos that all have to make saves. That's a failure.
DC 14.
14, yes. So I'm gonna go ahead and start up in this corner, and I'm just gonna work my way around counterclockwise. So that's a failure for the one on your right.
I love chaos.
A fail,
Me too.
a failure.
Well, because in
Failure.
the D&D campaign, I was playing such a stifling
Success.
nerd, and it feels
Wow.
good to be an agent of chaos and to encourage, I love this.
Wow. Oop, success.
I'm so fucking happy that Duck has this feature and that you thought of using it and that this...
Okay. All right, all but 3 of these guys fail.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and mark the 3 that didn't fail.
This whole thing just went from an A plan to an S tier plan.
Yeah. The little
I
pshing
don't know what a
of
plan
the
comes
legendary.
together.
All right,
It's ultra fresh.
you didn't fail. You didn't fail. And you didn't fail. Alright, so the
Nobody
ones
else
in
here
the
plays
circle.
Splat.
marked with a red dot did not fail. Everyone else failed. And fantastic. We're gonna go ahead and now throw these guys into initiative. Ooh, real low. All right.
Oh.
Okay. You hit your button. This wave of just like crazy electromagnetic energy hits, and you see all these guys who are just chanting. All of a sudden, their arms briefly fall to their sides, and and they just start waving their arms around and freeze. This witch doctor definitely takes notice and is like.
I'm also gonna
chanting.
try to scurry up the ladder over here
All right. Yep, that is
as
climbing.
stealthily as I can.
Yeah, as a rat, I think you're able to get up there pretty easily. Go ahead and make another stealth check with advantage.
Dirty 20.
All right, that's definitely gonna bypass any of these guys' passive. So yeah,
I'm just
you're
gonna go a little bit further that way.
All right. Up here, you see there is another psycho and one of those sickly-looking slagged psychos next to the witch doctor, as well as the immolator on the catwalk over here. But dope. Awesome. That's Duck. Yeah, all of these guys are going to start freaking out momentarily. In the meantime, it is these guards. This guard, now hearing the scream of the immolator barely over the thing, is going to full dash up over into the mix here as he races. We're going to go ahead and move this down. There we go.
Hello there.
Yep. And then this one blind guard that's been skewered is going to attempt to save. Does that synaptic staff, that was a one-time thing, I believe, right?
Yeah, it's just on their next save, so it's already gone.
All right, but still, he is going to attempt an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, I'm just hoping he fails this time. The dramatic flare thing was too good to not do.
That's a 12 minus 2 for a 10.
Yes.
So that guy is still blinded, flailing about. I think it says at the end of his turn. I think that's the exact wording of that.
The range on that. All right, so I need.
Let me double check that real quick here.
Okay.
Come on, show me. At the end of each of its turns. Yep. So that's all he's got. This other guy on the ground, or actually picked back up now, is going to Tegan, make another athletics check. Oh my god, dude. I just rolled.
That's a nat 19.
I just rolled my second natural one for this guy trying to escape your grapple. This dude is a child in your hands.
Like,
Nancy's dice are on fire tonight.
Yeah.
Would
For
you
real.
be able to
would I be able to
pull him
what?
pull him away a square? Like, I don't know if you can mechanically.
Yeah, probably.
Like in character, I'll convey that to Tegan, but I don't know if mechanically you can, like,
Yep.
or she can pull guy.
Expending half her, like, it's half movement, like walking over difficult terrain, but you can carry someone that you've grappled away.
Okay.
So that's certainly something Tegan can do on her turn. But for now, that's going to end the guards, so we're at Kimmy.
I guess to keep adding to the charade, she's going to slap the guy that Tegan has grappled
Mhm.
and just be like, shun the non-believer.
Okay. So is that are you trying to, like, punch this guy in the vein of a slap?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll say you backhand him with your brass knucks.
Okay.
Whack.
Yeah, Fidget's like, purge the non-believers, and then the Tegan's like, what's right over there?
The immolator's like, yes, the non-believers must drain the blood and feel the pain.
Yes. Although I guess I didn't hit him very hard because I rolled an 11.
Yes, unfortunately 11 does not
Yeah.
hit this guy. But still,
Yeah.
you like pang off of his helmet, as he's like he's having like the air like crushed out of him by Tegan. Awesome. Anything else bonus action wise or movement?
I think I'll sneakily give Fidget an inspiration.
Nice.
Okay. I mean, technically, you are set up as like the godlike being Fidget has placed you at. So say what you want to Fidget.
Blessings of the Mother Firehawk upon you, young one.
The flames purify.
Awesome. So you have a D6 inspiration. And now this immolator is going to go, and he's going to look at these two, and just being the psycho he is, enraptured by this state in the midst of a ceremony dedicated to the Firehawk. Three non-believers now being sacrificed. He is. He's also. Let me see if he cares how much you guys get hurt in the process.
Probably not.
No, he doesn't at all. So I need both of these guards. If he can angle it right, I think he can. Let me see. I'm using the wrong thing, that's why. Alright, let me grab this real quick here. Sorry, bear with me. I'm just angling out the math on this one. Where is it? So let's see. Yeah, he is going. Angling it is off. Oh, be that stupid. I think he might be that stupid. Yeah, I think he's that stupid.
Oh God.
Okay. And then here. Yep. Okay. You're just technically, I think, outside just enough. Oh, no, actually, you're not. Yeah. I need Tegan. I need everybody except for
Burning handsing us.
No, I need everybody except for Hobbs, as this dude takes this flaming rod he has, puts it to like the mouth hole of his mask, and breathes fire out in a 15-foot cone. Hobbs, I think you're just technically out of range for it, but I will need Fidget, Tegan, and Kitty.
I'll go ahead and mark that badass token right now. I just got a nat 20.
What kind of
Nice.
roll is it? Like,
Sorry, I'd say dexterity saving throw.
okay. Ah, fuck.
Dirty 21.
No. 16.
16. 16 passes. So everyone that passed is going to take 8 points of fire damage.
That is exactly my shield value.
All right, your shield breaks.
That's not even my shit value, bro.
But
One less than my shield.
the two crazed bandits are going to take the full 16. Which means this blind guy is going to get blasted in the back by a gout of fire, catch on fire, scream, fall to the ground, smoldering until he eventually stops moving and breathing as his body burns.
And the guy I'm holding is being like immolated as well, and I just pat like a little puff of fire on my hair.
Yeah, like your arms that you have him like bear hugged with, like take a pretty good scorching, hence the 8 points. But your shield absorbs most of that, I believe.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so you're good. But this guy drops dead. Blah.
Yay!
Mhm.
Alright, cool.
But his outfit is burning. If that was still a problem for you guys.
Nah, I think that disguises are
I think at this point in time, I don't really need them.
And I'm gonna keep my disguise on, of course, because I have more plans.
All right, awesome.
Just
We've had
because
this boring
Fidget,
conversation anyway a while ago.
yeah. Just because Fidget mentioned like a plan A, B, and C doesn't mean he doesn't have D through Z in his head also.
Gotta love it. All right.
Yeah, and meanwhile, it's going to actually wind up being like plan purple, square, delta, and 45. Like, won't be close to what we lined.
And the immolator just looks directly at your eye line, Kimmy, peeking around this other guy that is burning in Tegan's arms. And it just goes, praise me, for indeed an unbeliever.
And the coolest thing about Dramatic Flare, I don't have to concentrate on it, and it can last up to an hour. So that can just keep going the whole time.
Oh yeah, one other thing I forgot to mention that happens. This barrel over here completely ruptures and explodes. Nobody gets caught in it. The immolator does get splashed by some of this like oozing pyrophoric chemicals, but fire doesn't seem to bother him so much. He kind of likes it.
Cool.
I guess in response to hearing him say praise me, she just nods and she's like, you have the shiniest meat bicycle.
Very nice. Oh, yeah, I'm ching ching. I don't know, like. Awesome.
I love when my DM doesn't even know what they're saying.
Yeah. No. Just incoherent babble in the subtitles.
Right.
Ching ching.
Yeah, bicycle.
No, it's just really funny for some reason.
Brilliant. Next up, Tegan, as you're holding this scorched person in your possession.
German suplex.
Right. Slam him again. Go ahead and make another athletics.
Just keep slamming them into the ground until the moving stops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nat 18.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll me another d4 plus your strength modifier.
Mm-hmm. So that is 7 points of damage.
Oh boy. Okay. He's still up, but he's definitely knocked for a loop as you continue your second chain in the hat trick of German suplexes. Going full Chris Benoit.
Yep.
All right, Hobbs.
Not full.
Including the murder part.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Snap. Ooh, poor taste, but it's okay.
Ooh, very poor taste, but you know.
It's all right. Did you want to move this guy as Fidget had suggested, or?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter as much now, but
right.
I just wanted a clear path to move into the
if you
camp.
still want to do something, if you still want to do something, you can do it.
Well, I'm not gonna unsay the thing Fidget said. So.
All right, so we'll say you drag him back behind the view of this gate. Awesome, Hobbs, that's you. And Fidget, you're on deck after. Or, no, actually. I'm sorry, before Hobbs goes, my bad.
So,
Sorry, one sec. I did roll initiative, a group initiative for a bunch of these psychos. And
yeah.
think about what you're going to do, because real quick, I'm just going to make a couple... Wow, okay. Awesome. Yeah, these guys are going to start...
That means I'm alive on my turn, right?
What's that?
That has to mean I'm alive on my turn. So yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah.
Do what you're doing.
Yeah, these guys
Sounds like I'm not...
are gonna full on sprint off in absent-minded different directions as they just like, the Valhalla beckons! The call to destiny is on us! And they're all just gonna run. And a couple of these guys are gonna jump right into the fucking lava.
Yes!
As they run through it. And,
Also,
yep.
sorry, just point of order. This one can't move closer to me.
Yes, they cannot, and they're not even thinking about climbing the ladder. But they're both going to take about 14 points of burning damage as they try to run through the lava. And a couple of these guys are going to, because I rolled really interesting on my random, they're going to set off some of these things. Like, let me move up here. Boom! That one goes boom.
Pandemonium.
This one goes boom. These tents begin to ignite in fire. This one's going boom. as explosions, as these guys just run up and start like slamming their buzzsaw axes into these chemicals of pyrophoric nature. Just running, it's like, oh, the vision of the man, Holocaust to us! And, yeah, they just start running and screaming, except for these three guys, which are gonna look around quite confused. Not seeing anybody or any reason for this, they're going to assume this is natural and start running and screaming. Yeah, we see it too, Valhalla!
I just want to fit in.
Peer pressure.
God, this went so much better than I expected.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
Good.
As everyone down below at the gate hears multiple explosions happening and a lot of screaming, the chanting has now stopped. And I guess at this point I'm going to roll initiative for the guys on top.
That's why I didn't stand right in front of the ladder when I got up there.
Mhm.
I was like, ooh.
Alright, we got another immolator joining the fray to see what's happening, the witch doctor, and the slag psycho. Oh, and the regular psycho. Hi. Alright. That's them. The rest of them will join up in initiative on the next go around, but if we make it to there, we'll see. But right now, Hobbs, back to you.
Okay, so Hobbs' original plan was to move. I'm going to run. I can make it to like here. So I don't know if there's like an under the scaffold area
There
where
is.
I'm just not like standing. Okay, and I'm hoping that the blast sort of subsides because I don't want to, run right through it. So I don't know how closely I have to pass this guy to pull that off. But I was going to shoot this barrel, which has since been detonated. So I'm just going to sort of modify my plan and instead shoot this barrel.
Okay.
And hope that it's either close enough to F with this guy who's not sort of running, or just create a little more chaos until a turn better shot. So I don't know, just a regular attack roll, I guess, right?
Yep, that is about 45 feet from you.
Yeah, I'll use my Atlas, so I don't think it's going to be with disadvantage. Let me check. Why do I
think pistols
constantly
have
put
a
away the
pretty
one sheet that has
okay
all my stats
range
on
on
it?
them.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So that is so that's going to be an 18.
An 18 hits, but before you do, this dude is gonna try to, this guy down here does get an opportunity of attack
Careful
on
one.
you.
Yeah.
If I can do it, yeah, this guy right here. Bing! So he's just gonna lash out at you with the butt of his gun, and miss! As you race by him. But he does scream, ah, like,
It's about the
intruder!
first time that
Huh?
I've been a magnet for butt strokes. I think that's the first one.
I was just thinking that too, actually.
Yep.
I was like, here it comes.
Yep, butt stroke. Awesome. So yeah, 18 hits. Go ahead and deal damage.
Okay. Well, if I could find the 4s. Here we go. So that's gonna, well, that'll be 4 total.
You definitely like nail it, and you see like bits of flame like beginning to come out of like the hole. It's not enough to burst it, but in 4 points of damage. Yeah, in a unless you want to shoot it again in a couple rounds, it will most likely explode. But it is ruptured, it is leaking, and it's catching on fire. So sooner than later, it will explode one way or another.
Okay, I'll call that mission accomplished.
This one here?
No,
The one right next to this, like,
way up top here.
Oh, okay.
I keep on trying to like do the hold click thing in Discord instead of.
Right.
Oh.
Fantastic. So you make it up there.
I think that's gonna.
All right. At the end of Hobbs' turn, everyone sees Hobbs like dash into the chaos ensuing with inside, and that brings us back to Fidget.
So, question. If I were to... Oh, and I sent you a private message, by the way, which has to do with the question I'm about to ask you. If I ready a bonus action, does it cost an action to ready it, or does it just cost the bonus action to ready it?
Readying in action. Yes. I believe, yeah, it requires like you to hold your action and then release it on a release whatever your effect is on with a reaction.
Yeah. Would I still need to spend an action to do that, or would, if it's a bonus action, is just spending my bonus action all I need to do that? Because this is oddly something I've never run into in D&D before, so I actually have no idea what the rule is on this.
Well, see, a lot of people like. And according, I guess, to the rules as written, like, technically you can only hold an action, you can't hold a bonus action, but I've never been super jived with that. I think you should be able to hold a bonus action. So,
I've always been a big fan of, you can use a super common house rule is you can spend an action to do a bonus action. So I think a lot of people do it that way, where you have to spend an action to do it, but you can't.
I had to get cleared up on that too, because
Yeah.
I didn't realize that was a house rule. You would think that anything you can do in the span of a bonus action, you could accomplish in an action, but the rules do dictate
The rules
that
is
they are
written,
not interchangeable. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a super common house rule.
For this campaign, I'm gonna say like you can like kind of like use them interchangeably. You can hold a bonus action.
Okay, so I'll use my bonus action to hold that action. As my action, I'm gonna just, as I run by, I yell, "Purge the non-believer!" and I shoot at the guy that just attacked Hob with my flaming submachine gun.
All right, make an attack roll, and then also at this point make a deception check with advantage for that immolator that you basically have charmed at this point.
Right, well, I most certainly missed my shot, but I did blow away that not a dirty 20, a 22 for my deception check.
Yeah, you scream that, take a shot at this guy that just goes a little wide. This immolator turns and is just like, non-believers everywhere!
I mean, to be fair, my mind is on other things right now, so that would make a lot of sense as to why I missed.
Yes, I did read your message, and it's all good. Cool. Awesome. So you run up there. This immolator turns his attention to this other crazed marauder, and excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Duck, that is going to be you, as you are up on this catwalk, 20 feet up in the air, staring at a slag psycho, and this witch doctor.
Okay. Can I tell if the witch doctor plans to either deal with the chaos or just say fuck it and release her?
Yeah, make an insight check.
And by release her, I mean drop her.
Yeah. Well, might as well let her go.
Yeah, no, I meant just...
Let's pull her up, untie her, let her go.
Or you know what? I will also accept a perception. Perception or insight.
My insight is better with a 22.
22, yeah, you see this witch doctor look around at all the chaos like he's totally lost control of his cult. And he's like screaming, he's like, "Everyone, eyes on me, there's some like shenanigans happening!" And he puts his hand on the lever. You have to assume he's not going to stop it.
Right. Okay. Ugh. Oh god.
Also, just for fun, he is next in initiative as well.
Okay. How far away am I? Okay. This is so stupid. I'm gonna do it anyway.
You gotta
Whatever
love,
it is, don't roll a 1. That's all.
you gotta love it when the healer runs into the
I'm gonna bum rush him and try to push him in.
All right.
If you're invisible, you have advantage. So.
Yep, you do, and we're not gonna deal with any reactionary blows here because you just run by and you're not concentrating on stealth. So yeah, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Oh, it's an attack to push him in.
A shove is an action. I don't know if it's technically classified as. I think it is classified as an attack. Let me just double check that because it may break your cloak.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I wasn't worried about that. At this point, I was like, fuck the cloak.
I think, if I remember in D&D, I think it's a strength check, but would constitute as an attack because it's something. If you have multiple attacks, it's something you can substitute an attack to do.
Yep, it's so this says here while shoving is a special melee attack, it's not a weapon attack. Instead of making an attack roll, you make contested strength. So it's technically it's not a weapon attack.
So would it break my cloak or no?
Oh, that's a very good question.
In D&D it would, so.
Yeah, I assumed it would.
I think it's going to as soon as you make contact. But yeah, go ahead and make an athletics.
Advantage is already there though.
With
so.
advantage, yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. God, with my whole +0. 11.
Hey, you might fail.
Yeah, I mean, you might.
This is a really shitty night of rolling for me. Yeah. I gotta check a quick. I gotta check a quick strength score here. Sorry, bear with me. I don't mean to bog this down. I just gotta.
No, you're good. You're good.
Because I don't think.
Check how much opium this guy smoked before the ceremony.
I just don't think this dude has the strength. Yeah, nope. That's gonna be a 6.
Oh my god.
Yep. So you're able to shove him 5 feet. And so you shove him out. Where's my? Oh, I'm not in the right layer. Shove him out, and he manages to clasp onto the rigging of this kind of ladder situation they have the S.O.S messenger, the scientist, if you will, out on. So he collapses onto that. He's now on these rungs of this ladder, dangling above this pit of fire or lava.
I just yelled, "Surprise, bitch!"
Surprise, motherfucker!
Right. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, but you're right there. You got your hand on the switch. After that, this witch doctor here is going to make an athletics check. Oh,
I can't believe that kind of worked.
and the stupid thing is, I just rolled the exact same roll, which means that this guy is hanging onto this ladder above the pit of fire, can't pull himself up. Brilliant.
I almost feel bad.
Bruise on my arm. I don't know where it came from.
So instead, what he is going to do, he is going to fully let go and begin falling. And while he's falling, he waves his staff around and mutters something in that same strange kind of Eridium dialect. And a column of fire begins to whip up around him. He turns into a flaming vortex. Impacts into the lava as a fire tornado and wisps off back into this direction towards the ladder. Now, thankfully, a tornado can't climb the ladder necessarily. But let me see what it says here. Until the start of the witch doctor's next turn. Oh yeah, they have a flying speed equivalent to 60 feet, and they're insubstantial. They can move through other creatures and objects as if they were difficult terrain.
I mean, all right, that was a cool move.
Yeah. So he is actually going to whisk back up here, he's actually going to manage. I'm sorry to do this to you, but he's actually going to make his way back around this way. But in the meantime, this psycho has to make. Actually, let me see. Let me do the measurement out real quick here. I don't mean to hold up the game at all, but I do need to see this. That's 15 feet plus 15.
So I didn't count on the cult leader not just being a con man like almost every other cult leader.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, he can actually make it to right there, which is just outside. Let me see.
Isn't the ladder 20 feet up?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
indeed. So yeah, he can. So he can actually. Yep, that's right. It is 20 feet up. I was 5 feet off, so he can actually make it just to the edge of this, like precariously perched as a flaming tornado. And this psycho has got to make a dexterity saving throw, which he fails. And he is going to take a bunch of damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, a bunch of fire damage, and he is going to get, wildly wung off the ground here and thrown to the floor. Taking another 6 points of bludgeoning damage, which almost is enough to down him, but not quite enough as he hits the ground with a thud, being whipped up by this firing tornado and thrown off the.
That's
balcony.
fucking funny.
You forgot to read the user manual.
But yeah, and a flaming vortex flies back up onto the catwalk next to you, Duck, but that's gonna do the end of his turn. And then at the end of your turn, at the end of his turn, rather, this slag psycho runs up to you and is going to do what a slag psycho do best. I need you to make a con saving throw.
Against being slagged.
Against this, it is basically, he comes up and he regurgitates a bunch of slag in your direction. So it's a con saving throw, yes, against the effect of this slag breath.
Okay, then I have advantage because I am a rat.
Yes, indeed.
Oh yeah. Natural 20.
Oh, nice. Awesome. So yeah, he spews this like line of slag that you manage to just duck out of the way of as it just onto this ladder that the scientist is hanging from.
So happy I picked rat.
Yes. Awesome. That's the end. And then this psycho is going to spend half his movement getting up, and he can't quite make it up the ladder, so he's going to make it halfway back up the ladder. As it's just the flame calls. Brilliant. Awesome. After that, these guards, this one guard still alive down here. Fidget just shot at him, so he's gonna try to shoot back at Fidget. That's a 13.
That because of my stalwart last stand, that just doesn't quite get it.
Nice. As you in your this tech that kind of puts up a kinetic barrier around you, just ricochets these bullets off.
Tech FTW.
Yes. All right. That's the only guard left. Oh, this other guard's gonna try to get out of the grapple with Tegan. I'm using the big die this time.
Oh boy.
All right. Make an athletics check.
Big die, big result.
It did roll better.
Okay, so that's a nat 16, but with my modifiers, that brings it up to about 22.
All right. Well, with a 15, he still can't escape your grasp. This dude is like that poor Crimson Lance soldier that you chained up and watched as he killed all of his friends. All right, still stuck. All right. After that, Kimmy, that's you.
All right. So I'm gonna take a dash action because Duck is up there all by himself.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't think this through.
That's okay. I started making my way towards you.
How do I do this thing? Oh, there we go.
I couldn't dash and do the thing I wanted to do.
So I get right about there. Oh, hang on. Boom.
And you're gonna take, excuse me, you're gonna take 2 attacks of opportunity, one from the Crazed Marauder, ooh, which is a nat 20. I rolled a nat 20. Wow, okay, and one attack from that Immolator, which is a natural 6, so I want to say 10, but I need to double check. Either way, I don't think it's gonna hit you. Flaming, yeah. Nope. So no, that's a 9. So no. So the Immolator doesn't connect, but this Crazed Marauder is going to shoot you, for 10 points of piercing damage.
Oof! Ow. Okay.
It was a low roll, but it was doubled because of the crit. You're not wearing a helmet or anything, are you? Right?
No.
Okay. All right. All right, so you race up there. That's your action to dash. A bonus action for you, or are you done?
I think I'm done. I don't have any bonus actions that would really be useful at the moment.
All right. So at the end of your turn, it's actually I'm giving the nope. The scientist tries to struggle against her bonds, but can't quite like get a hand loose. But you see her like thrashing against the ropes that she's lashed to this like ladder with, as it's sitting at like a 45-degree angle above like the bubbling lava. And then let's see. All right, all of these psychos are going to try to save. Tegan, you are on deck. Just think about what you're gonna do while I make a bunch of these saves.
What to do?
Well, what's your save again, Duck?
14.
So we got 1 save. Failure.
Get her into the bathroom.
2 saves. Alright, three of these guys snap out of it. And are going to... Everyone else is still just running and screaming. I
think they only make the save again if they took damage.
Oh, is it? It's not at the end of their turn?
I might be... It says... Or be frenzied for 1 minute, or they take any damage.
Okay, never mind. So I wasted time there. These guys are still...
Sorry.
No, it's fine. These guys have not been attacked yet. They're just setting off explosions as they run around, just screaming and running. All right. So let's see. This guy is going to see Kimmy come in and is going to... Actually, both of these guys are going to run up to Kimmy, and this slugger is going to run... Yeah, he's stupid. He's going to run through the fire and try to hit Hobbs. Dex save to run through the fire. Success. Does not take fire damage. Hobbs, you're going to get... that's a 17 to hit.
Yep,
17 hits. All right.
Yep.
And that is going to be a 11 points of slashing damage, as with this spiked bat, he just nails you with it, raking it across. And then Kimmy is not currently here, but Kimmy's going to, let's see, hatchet attack. Ooh, that's gonna hit. And I need her to make a con save. So, but the hatchet, the buzz axe, if you will. Kimmy, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah, that's a 6.
All right. You are going to take 9 points of slag damage, and you are slagged.
Okay. Alright, so I am downed, just so you guys know.
Oh no.
Ooh!
Kimmy goes down. Alright, so you don't have to worry about the slag then, I don't think. But, alright, Kimmy, unfortunately you go down.
Oh.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Which one is
Give me
that?
He's
With the
right here.
that one right there.
purple
Yep.
one over here? Okay. I can't. I'm like super zoomed out, and I can't. To try and zoom in takes me a while.
Fair. All right. Tegan. So what are you doing?
Okay, so instead of finishing off with the German suplex, I'm instead gonna lift him up and break his spine over my knee.
All right.
Bane style.
Okay. That is the same attack basically that we're still doing.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Alright.
So go ahead and make an athletics check.
We all still have bullet subs, by the way.
Oh fuck!
Just
I might not-
reminded.
oh shit! I might not make this
Yeah.
one. They only got a 9.
A 9. Oh. Yeah. Unfortunately, he rolls actually a 21 at this point. So he's able to
Oh jeez.
he's able to break your grasp and get out of your grapple. So yeah, unfortunately, you will not be able to slam him again.
Darn it.
Sorry about that. You do what you can to try, right? But awesome. Well, do you want to move then, or you stay where you are?
Well, if I move, he gets an attack of opportunity, right?
He does, yes.
Yeah. So screw
Well,
that.
if you leave his threatened area,
Yeah, you can move to like the other side of him or something. Basically, as long
Yeah,
as you
but
stay
that's
within
too far.
5 feet of him.
As long as I stay within 5 feet.
As long as you're within 5 feet of
Um,
him, then yeah, he doesn't get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay. So why don't I just kind of scoot around the more near the entranceway there?
All right, you break away as he manages to get free from your grasp, and you jockey for position against the gate. That's gonna bring us to Hobbs.
that changes what I was gonna do next. I was gonna shoot.
Yeah,
that
Hobbs
barrel.
has to change what he's doing next to, I think.
Hobbs is gonna what?
So Hobbs is. Am I on mute still? Sorry.
Nope,
Oh,
you're
okay.
good.
Jumping back and forth between tabs on my 1,000-year-old computer. Hobbs is going to. Am I underneath something?
I don't know where.
Oh yeah, I'm underneath this other guy. Hobbs will move over. I think I'm gonna get to the other side.
All right.
Just be up next to the lava pit here and sort of crouch down on that side. But I am going to use Cauterize on Kimmy, which is what for my level, or let me just double check. Oh, here it is. 5 per level. What level are we? 3. So yeah, I can give. I will give her 15 hit points.
Yes.
That actually refills my hit points. Thank you.
Shit.
There you go.
Nice. You are.
It burns like a motherfucker, but you are back on your.
As Hobbs comes up and just like cauterizes your most grievous wounds, you wake up and like like kind of thing, but you're conscious again. Well, not that you lost
Get that.
consciousness because you would have been in fight for your life, but barely
But
gripping the
dread
edges of
syrup.
consciousness. All right. Any bonus action or anything, Hobbs? Or you said you're light on bonus actions?
Yeah, I am light on bonus actions at this level of the game here, so I think that's gonna do it. Again, it just as far as motion goes, I have enough that whatever order it goes in here, I'm gonna try and end my turn with my back kind of like crouched in against this lava pit, just to avoid getting blind bullets behind me. But that's gonna do it.
All right. Yeah, we'll give you half cover against attacks made from above, like or above that point in the map, and that brings us back up to Fidget.
So as a free action, I get really sad because my shield does not start to recharge this turn. I'm gonna hope for the best. I'm gonna hope if he opportunities me, if he can, I hope that he misses. I'm gonna move closer to here.
That's gonna be that's only that's a 6 to hit. So
Okay.
duck underneath
Actually,
his
do I
flaming
wanna-
baton.
Wait, where was I? I was here. This is where I was.
Yep.
All right. I don't want to go too far away in case I need to run back over here. But we have a guy who's essentially on our side right now, so I'm not super worried. Is switching a weapon, is that... Oh, no, actually... No, yeah, I would want to switch. Is that something you can do, like in D&D? Is that like a free, once per turn for free, you can do something like that?
Yep, you can switch a weapon as a free action.
Okay. I'm gonna switch to my shotgun. And who am I most worried about right now? I think the guy that just breathed fire on me. And I just yell, "More non-believers!" Misfires, I think it's 2 shots per shot. So thump thump. I pump some electric rounds into this guy.
Alright, take your attack.
At 11.
Unfortunately, 11 does not connect well enough with this guy.
Is that? Oh wait, is that inspiration? Can we use that on attack rolls?
Yeah, I think you can use. I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can use
okay.
inspiration on attack rolls. Yeah.
For the 2 hit, not the damage.
Yep, I was thinking of the D&D combat bard. The damage you can. Yeah, okay. Does a 13 hit?
A 13 hits exactly.
Perfect, there we go. Oh, maximum damage, 12 electric damage.
Nice. To the emulator.
Such a fucking clutch use of inspiration.
Yes, very good use of inspiration. And then I do with my bonus action, I do the same thing I did last turn.
Awesome. I'm just double checking to make sure. Yep. Okay. Awesome. Cool. Duck, that is you.
Cool. I'm going to.
I'm like literally biting my nails.
Yeah. I'm going to. Okay, so this lever, does it like let her go? Like no, because she's roped there. Never
Only
mind.
kills her.
Yeah. No, it appears. It appears right now like in the down position, and then there's a stop and a start bringing it back up position.
Sorry.
So you can either fully throw it to start bringing it back up, or you can just stop it to stop its momentum, or not momentum, but its forward motion.
Can I? This might be 2 actions. Let me know. So, what I'm definitely gonna do is bring it up so that it brings her up. Can I also break it off, or try to?
Yeah. You can either you can make an attack roll against it, or an athletics check. I would allow either.
An attack roll might go better.
Okay.
So what am I adding to the d20?
It's a. I would allow you to. I allowed you to make a dexterity-based attack if you wanted. Say you were trying to kick it or something to break it off.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can do. This would be in an unarmed strike. So just your dexterity modifier.
Okay. 18.
Yeah, I'd say with that you're able to pull the the handle fully back to. You said you were looking to stop it or bring it back up.
Bring it back up and then
Alright.
break it off so that they can't.
Yeah, and then using leverage, you just snap it at the handle. So yeah, awesome.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna move just to the side of this guy so that he can't push me off.
Okay. The thing starts being brought up.
Yes.
Awesome. Bonus action or anything, or is that it for you?
Oh shoot. So just let me measure something really quick. Okay, yeah.
Probably a good decision. It would have sucked if we had just, left them there until they just died of smoke inhalation. Hey, they didn't get dipped. They didn't get. Oh.
Bonus action invigoration on Fidget.
Nice. Pull
So
the
that
artifact and it
he can-
pulses a healing aura towards Fidget.
for 7 points.
Sweet. That kills me exactly to my maximum hit points.
Nice.
Thank you very much for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, two of us got topped off in one round.
Yeah, that was awesome.
All right.
Yay.
At the end of that turn, this witch doctor comes out of its flaming vortex and begins to like shamble back over this way. And instead of actually attacking Duck, he's going to try to stop the switch he just pulled. But it is broken off.
Oh,
So
this is getting a little last scene of a James Bond movie here.
I actually also got my tech save DC and my health mixed up for some reason. I have 26 full health,
okay.
so
Yeah, I thought 15 was a little low.
yeah, that's my bad.
You didn't actually go down to begin with.
Anything I say.
All right. Well, keep it in mind. We're not gonna retcon that, but we'll say that. We'll say you're back to your full health after being restored. So yeah, he's gonna spend his action investigating the handle and trying to see what he can do about that. But it doesn't look like he can do much of anything, and I don't think he has a bonus action to speak of. No, it's an action to cast his rituals. So he's done. And then after that, this slag psycho is going to recharge his. He does recharge his slag breath. Make a con save, Duck. Which you do have advantage on again because of the slag.
Uh-oh. That is a... What's my con? That's a 10.
You take 5 points of slag damage as he just barfs up this slag vapor again, and it just coats you this time.
I do have resistance.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and subtract a d12 from that.
Well, if my shield is still up, does that...
It counts after the shield breaks.
After the shield, okay, so I still take 5.
Okay, so when does your shield break?
In 4 more points.
Okay, so your shield's still up?
Oh,
Okay.
hold on, that's
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
nuance. Can I just ask a question about that? Because I never really caught that. So if you have resistance to a damage type, your shield does not. Shields are like agnostic to the resistances, so
Yeah,
you don't get the resistance until your shield breaks.
exactly.
Okay, well that's a cool detail, but I didn't know that. So that's
Oh.
good to know.
Sorry. Yeah. No. Unfortunately, your shield is vulnerable to shock damage and doesn't have any of its own
Right.
resistances. So once the shield breaks, then it's your physical body being harmed, and that's when your natural.
Not like I
resistance.
resist any damage types anyway, but it's an important detail.
All right. Awesome. So that's that. And unfortunately, the slag does still confer as like you're now surrounded by slag vapor, so you are slagged for 1 minute.
Okay.
But you can repeat the saving throw, I believe. After that, that's those psychos' turn. This psycho is going to clamber up the ladder 20 feet and then move there for his movement. And then next up is going to, after these guards, Kimmy, you're on deck, but one guard is going to melee attack Hobbs with a 20, or not Hobbs, but Tegan with a 21.
Yeah.
All right.
21, Jesus Christ.
I know I rolled a natural 18.
Why
But you're only gonna take. Huh? Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
You're gonna take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as he backhands you with his weapon, and then this other crazy marauder is gonna start shooting at the immolator that just set him on fire. So that immolator is gonna take 6 points of piercing damage, and that's it for those guards. So Kimmy, that's you.
Alright, I'm gonna turn with my shotgun. Like, I'm gonna pull out my shotgun and I'm going to shoot this guy in the face.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
Yes.
What?
17.
17 hits.
Nice. Easy. And that is for 8 points of piercing damage.
All right, take 8 points of piercing damage to that psycho. Fantastic. Still up, but definitely peppered with your shotgun blast. And just so you guys know, Duck, you're currently slagged for 1 minute, which means you exude a sickly purple vapor, and you have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Yep, I was just looking that up too.
Yeah, and while a creature is slagged, anytime they take damage, they also suffer an additional 1d6 slag damage.
Ooh.
But yep.
Exuding a sickly purple vapor would be such a terrible symptom in real life.
Yeah.
Immediately becomes such a fucking pariah.
But brutal. That is that. We're just gonna go ahead and mark you with this thing. And then Kimmy, anything else bonus action wise, movement, or are you doing anything?
I do believe those were my last inspirations, so I'm just gonna move like right here.
Okay. Moving up next to Holmes.
Yeah.
And then after you, this immolator down here is going to continue attacking his crazed marauder friend, or not friend anymore. That marauder is actually going to burn as he like wails him with his flaming bat. Brings it down low, and then he's going to use his movement to get out here next to this guy who's attacking Tegan.
Yay! You made a friend.
You did make a friend. You made a very strong impression right off the bat. A bunch of these guys are still crazed out of their minds and are running. Fire is spreading to the other tents. These two guys right here are just going to burn up and die. That are standing in the lava pit.
Is this barrel that Hobbs shot ever gonna go off, or?
Yep. Not.
As soon as somebody walks out of that door.
Yeah. Not this round. Unfortunately, it takes like an additional point of damage every round, so it is going to explode eventually. But if anyone wants to set it off a little early, they certainly can. That guy
When the big bad walks out of that specific tent.
Alright, and then this guy is going to start charging up here into this mix a little. And Kimmy coming after you with a 13 to hit.
No, a 13 does not hit.
You duck out of the way as he swings his spiked bat at you. And then Tegan, that is you down here. What's your plans?
I'm gonna, well, since he kind of ruined my chances of doing the whole like 3 grapple moves, I think it is enough to put me into a rage.
Alright.
Yay!
And I think I'll just hopefully just punch him until he stops moving.
Alright, go ahead and make an attack. This dude is already.
Pro tip:
looking...
you'll actually have to stop punching him for him to stop moving. He moves a lot when you punch.
As unfortunate.
Oh, I forgot about this slag psycho over here. You're gonna run up and cause an explosion over here. Because that seems to be what you guys are doing right now.
So I rolled a 12.
12 of... Okay, now unfortunately misses against the crazed marauder.
Jesus.
Yeah, as it just kind of like bobs and weaves a little bit, starting to get his bearings about him. But you may make a bonus action attack. Since you threw a punch, you can throw a bonus action punch.
Yes, I can.
Oh, wait. No, you raged as a bonus action, so unfortunately you can't do that this turn.
Oh.
Sorry.
Does your rage give you a bonus to attack?
You can
Or
make
did
it. You can. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It. No, that's just rage damage.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Oh, it's a rage plus damage plus my Hang on, I'm gonna look this up real quick.
I'm pretty sure you get at this level you get a +2 to your damage roll when you.
I do. And I also get Should have my character sheet on fucking. I'm good. I can't fucking type today.
I can't type anytime.
Oh god, it's taking forever. Oh god, it's taking forever to load.
I can load it up on mine. Loads a little bit
Yeah.
faster here. There we go. Rage. In battle, while you can enter rage as a bonus action,
Okay, yeah.
Right.
and you gain advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
That's what I was thinking of. Okay, yep, alright.
So, and then you're
Alright, sorry. I was thinking of the strength checks thing, but I thought maybe it was a bonus to attacks. I figured a little +1 or +2 bonus might have made the difference, but now that's just remembering wrong.
Yeah.
Oh well.
All right. So that.
Where the fuck did it?
Huh?
Oh, nothing. My phone is just acting fucking weird right now.
Sorry. All right. So as we start to return to the top of initiative, it is midnight, and I feel like this is. I don't want to rush this along, and I feel like this has the potential to go for a little bit longer. So I'm starting to think we might want to call it here and pick up this mid battle next time.